You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
G'day, punters and dribblers. Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast, home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Is that even it? Is that?
I actually forgot it myself for a second there. I was just like,
it's just, well, yeah. It's when it's not your thing. Yeah, you just.
but when it's something you take for not granted, but it's just like it's just part of the everyday fabric. You just forget it.
You forget it.
You just forget it. Like,
you know, and unless things are just so, sometimes punters and dribblers, you're all at sea. I'll give you one of the great examples, Sebbo, if I may.
Yeah.
If there's only a couple of places I can come into the ABC song and like remember it.
Yes,
I can come in at the start and maybe like MNOP. I can sort of come in there. If you drop me at a T, I'm fucked.
Yeah. It's just because it's like it's muscle memory. It's just part of you. Like I reckon, I don't know how long, but probably longer than the average person. I kind of cheated my knowledge of the ABC where I just thought it was like a word elemento. Like I would just say elemento. And I was like, that's it. Because I remember, like, I've got a very good...
Elemento, because I fucked it up before. That's a good way of doing it.
I've got a very good long-term memory. I think more than probably like definitely top quartile, maybe even top 10% long-term memory for conversations with people and key moments in life and stuff. Because people are like, I don't remember anything until I was 5. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I remember specifically being in kindergarten and... You know, you do your things like your ABCs, getting the order of the days right. And I remember specifically like Monday, Tuesday, and I fucked up around Wednesday or Thursday. I'm like, fuck. And then the other kid got it right. I'm like, that's it. And maybe the fuck up made me remember. But then the ABCs, it's just like, I was on fire until I got to that thing. And it's like, hey, Seb, just say elemento and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And that's the way I kind of treated it until like, to actually start to write and stuff, which I can't even spell now anyway. So I can't. I actually got dyslexia, I think. So, you know, anyway. Undiagnosed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
You know,
I got through. It hasn't held you back, mate.
Hasn't held me back. Undiagnosed ADHD might have made me write the wrong English exam in the HSC, but you know, I got out of that one as well because.
How do you write the wrong exam?
Because like when I was looking to this ADHD thing, when you know, family members and stuff, like, yeah, look into it.
Undiagnosed.
And then you're talking to the shrink about it, or when you go get to the psychiatrist, and he's like,
"Do you see a shrink for ADHD?"
You have to, yeah,
right.
Like a not a psychologist, a psychiatrist, because they
prescribe drugs. Yeah.
And he's like, I'd already thought of a few examples before. I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense now. But then I was like, he was talking about like school and HSC and stuff, and then. We did Brave New World and Blade Runner. Fucking loved them.
So did I.
Loved them. Like,
so did
it's
I.
the one kind of thing in English that I frothed. So
great
I knew
movie.
Great movie.
Blade Runner,
still holds up today, even though it's like it's done fucking well. Like I love that. That's why I love Severance. I love that shit that's like not too far in the future, using a lot of the themes that we have now and kind of exaggerating and making up a world. So I knew it like the back of my fucking hand.
Well,
right?
English is themes, baby. That's what.
And so, like, I don't know how big the booklets were. I don't even know if kids use booklets anymore. But, like, you know, you'd have your booklet to write your essay in. Because I was like, I'm fucked for Macbeth. So I've got to nail this Brave New World Blade Runner thing. And so, I meant to wear glasses, and I never do. And I don't have time to and so I wasn't wearing glasses then. And I probably maybe have dyslexia. And now,
why didn't you wear glasses? Because
it's just out of routine. Like, I've worn them.
Too cool?
I never wore them when I was like younger because I didn't want to be a nerd.
Yeah,
and
I completely get that.
And then, but it's like, it's not like one eye's, it's this weird thing. One eye's fucked, one eye. Anyway, that's led to me just kind of like skim reading because it kind of, the ADHD thing though, let's get back to that. You get a booklet to write in your fucking thing. Most of the people can only fill a booklet like halfway. I see Brave New World, the thing here. And all I see, there's like a statement, and then there's like a question, and then there's like options for the question. All I fucking see is the statement and get so excited. And the question is honestly half a centimetre below. And I just go, boom, here we go. Doosh, doosh, doosh. All right, another booklet, thanks. I'm only halfway through. Boom, boom, boom. Finished before the time's up, just sitting back. Going, I fucking nailed this. And then I'm looking around. And then as all the old people, you know, those old volunteers start picking up the things, I'm like, I just want to like double check the fucking question here. And I open up and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even answer the question. It's like, I've written about like nothing to do. The statement was just like, oh fuck. So then on my last page of where I got up to in the second booklet, I wrote in the biggest fucking font, clearly, did not read the question. I read the statement, but these two booklets prove I know the text. Isn't that what it's about at the end of the day? And they must have given me marks because the Macbeth thing, I was fucked. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know who that character is. So I was like, wipe that out. I still got like an 89 in the HSC. I was like, well, clearly they must have given me some marks. Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's not about me reading a fucking question right. It's about me understanding the text, the themes, what's similar, what are we doing in our world now, you know, like.
Well, you've shown you're working, but listen, it's a bit of a hack though, isn't it, right? Because if you go in having prepared for a question and that you don't get, you just change it and go, listen, I didn't read it.
But this is two booklets of fucking like.
Of gold.
Yeah. Oh, man, isn't it funny? I remember the economics. That was one where it's like, okay, you're going to have your multiple choice and then you're going to have your kind of like not comprehension, but feeling
it was like multiple choice, short answers, then the essay.
And then, so the essays, economics are like, okay, you're going to write 2 essays and it's going to be one of these 20 topics. And you're like, 20? What the fuck? And then, so I'm like, okay, I can bullshit my way. Like, I know maybe 10. I can probably bullshit my way through like 6 of them, but in each essay you get a choice of 2, so there's really 4 things. And I'm like, if it's this one and this one together, I'm fucked. And it was those 2 together. And I go, of course it was. Out of 20, of course it was.
No, but that's just the way it goes.
I'm like, you motherfucker.
You rolled the dice, mate.
Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, so I'm writing about fucking China's like, I can't.
It was an
remember.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
Back then you could bullshit. I don't know. It was something about the, you know, when you just you and the pen.
Yeah.
Right? You could, the shit that would come out of my.
Oh, but it was, I mean, but like at the end of the day.
Brain. But I remember doing biology going, and that was like that I struggled big time with biology. Big time. Mum was like, you like science, you should do a scientific course. So I do biology, and it's not until you get into it and you're like, oh, I'm not up to this.
Yeah, I can't imagine
this
science.
You know, you're talking about like the building blocks of life. It's dense stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember just, you know, halfway through the essay going, this is complete and utter garbage what I'm writing here.
Yeah, I remember that feeling, and you're just like trying to stretch it out a little bit, and you're just like, oh fuck, I'm in trouble here. Like I feel if I actually cared about subjects, like I could have done quite well. But like,
they teach them poorly.
Oh no, they teach it like science and stuff. We had one teacher.
They're not fun.
Who would just write. Like I enjoyed ancient history, and I could get away with it because I did you know how you meant to do like 12 units and like 2 of your units won't
10.
Count. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm only doing 10.
I said that. I go, so how many are you getting judged on? They go 10.
Yeah.
Right? Well, why the fuck would I do 12?
Like,
what if you stuff one up?
What if you stuff one up?
But aren't you going to go more poorly if you've got less time?
Yeah, and it's like I did a cop out.
Sense.
Yeah, cop out where it's like I do 10, and it's like I'll do PDH, PE, and it's like I was like, it honestly is the easiest thing in the world like to do, where it's just like, and I didn't feel challenged at all, and that was part of the thing. It's like, okay, I want a bit of a challenge in the English, but it's just like PDH, PE, it's like, don't even listen to the teacher. I even forget my teacher. It's like, this is just like, buy the fucking workbook from Dimmicks or whatever. And it's like, what happens what muscles do you need when you have to do sprinting? Oh, fast twitch white fibers. And it's like, this is the easy, it's like reading an exercise program for dummies. Like, this is so fucking easy. Where it's like, it has to be so easy that if you want to get a band 6, it's like you make one stuff up, like a mental error.
You get a band 6?
No, I got like, all over, I got 89 all up. I got a couple of band 6s. I can't remember.
No, not bad for a bloke with undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah, but that's what, sometimes it's a superpower. So I wrote the wrong question in English, but because I frothed it and could just go ham at it, that's the other side of it. But like, ancient history was fun because it's just like, we did Rome, specifically Augustus and Caesar. And maybe it was my dad's like lefty sensibilities coming out of me. But it was like, the question was quite broad about Augustus or whatever. And my opinion was like, obviously he built the Roman Empire, but like this guy's a fucking psycho. Like, are we just like crossing out the prescriptions because there was a Senate where there's like 800 people are equal and he wrote prescriptions and that's a list of the senators, their wives and their children's to be rounded up and slaughtered, and Cicero, their leader's heads on a spike in the middle of the road. Are we just glossing over that? Like, what are you talking about? Like, he did great things, but like that was my thing. I'm going like, this was like
he's a sick man.
We talk about just like building of an empire. Where I focused in on like this is like a bloody takeover of a dictatorship if you look at it that way. And so I had fun, and you still get marks for that sort of shit. Like
that's how it's go. That's how it goes, baby. Obviously, Tom not here today. It's Sebbo.
Yeah, sorry.
Tom's away. Tom's on holidays with his family. He's gone to Port Douglas. Not important, but that's where he is. So Tom away. Sebbo and I are helming things today, and that's why we've started with a little bit of Augustus. That's why we've started with heads on spikes.
Oh yeah.
That's why we've started with prescriptions.
Prescriptions, yeah.
But also we'll be weaving in sport today, punters and
yeah.
dribblers. Don't fucking worry about that because there's a lot that's happened over the weekend that needs our attention. Needs us to run an eye over things. Just a bit of housekeeping out the gate. Nothing crazy. So, you don't need to skip forward. This is just a mild housekeeping. The rosé's on sale. hellosport.shop. Shout out the punter and dribbler who got into it over the weekend. It's moving. I've said it before. I have to say it again because, geez, I'd feel bad if you missed out.
Yeah, it's the perfect look. You love a fresh schooner at a pub with mates on a Friday over shore.
Of course you do.
But if you're someone who has to go home straight away or whatever, when the sun's out, the turn of the season, out of every possible combination of drinks I could have to open up my fridge and go, what's my drink at home first? It's a rosé, hands down.
Yeah.
Like, it's just perfect. Like,
we are literally punters and dribblers, and I'm not fucking around here. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pinch over 8 weeks from Christmas.
Yep.
Nothing.
Season's turned. I tell you, I suffer through the turning, hay fever, hectic. But now I'm waking up a bit fresher where you're going like, it's not summer, but it is summer. Like
it is summer.
It is summer.
It is summer. It's summer.
Like it
For all
is
intents
summer.
and purposes, it's summer. It's warm as fuck outside, and there's a vibe. The vibe out there is really starting to ramp up. Obviously, silly season kicks on after next Tuesday. Like, we're slipping now, then silly's on, and then it's just, the year's done.
I feel the older you get, the sillier the season gets because there's more, like maybe you know more people. There's more work events or something. But I feel like when you're younger, it's like, yeah, sweet. There's more time and it's, more light in the day to go for a beer or whatever. But as you get older and people are putting on more professional events, maybe like things like the calendar starts to fill out a bit more sillier. Like,
more professional events, I think, Tom. Sorry, Sebbo.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard. More, whereas back in the day when you're young, right, when you're in your 20s, you catch up with the boys like almost most nights.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel that silly.
It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel that silly because you're blowing out on a Wednesday, you're blowing out on a Thursday, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And they all merge into one, and you can't remember anything. You want to talk about long-term memory? I don't remember my 20s really at all. It's like just
yeah.
Like I do, but I'm also there's a lot of merging into one.
I only remember like pain points. Obviously, I remember getting the days of the week wrong, but also like realizing that midweek beer just doesn't exist anymore. Like, I remember that.
That's very upsetting.
Yeah, the end of your when everyone starts moving into apartments with their girlfriend, maybe even the same suburb, and you're still doing it. But like, eventually, it's like, at one point, you're almost restraining yourself from texting the group chat any night of the week, let's have a beer, to going like, I'm not even like expecting anything or like can do anything.
Doesn't happen. You're not allowed to. Whereas the cheat code, and I think probably why you're so excited, Sebbo, about silly season, why it's meaning so much to us, is that work events are work.
Yes. Because there's the staff party. We might have a Bondi Hacker Major on.
We might have a Bondi Hacker Major coming up.
A few other
maybe at the end of November, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
We've got a couple of Christmas parties, and maybe we split them up. Maybe we do a Hello Sport one and a We Manuel one and a Good Day one and a Hackers one, and then we also do a combined one. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there.
Yeah, like exactly, like little things. Like the
I got a wedding on in December. We love that. You know, like
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Is that what you got married in December? Oh,
I'm going to lunch on Wednesday for a lunch, like a business lunch. But that's the sort of thing you don't do them in winter.
No.
Business lunch? No.
Maybe
If you're in stockbroking or, you're a big fat pig like that, maybe. But
Ryan's bar, or whatever it is. But for the average guy, like I'm a hibernator as well. Like I've got nothing going in my life when you're a father or whatever. But when silly season, those events, you actually open your calendar because you're like, wait a second, there's a chance that I actually might have something else on that day. You ask me in winter, it's like I don't even need the calendar. I've got nothing going on. Like,
seriously, no, I've got nothing going on, and it means you just got to start to butter up the missus. You do. You up. Your output around the home.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I'm not saying this is great where it's like this morning I wake up, get the boys changed, daycare packed, fed all that stuff, drop them to daycare, going to pick it. That I'm not like, they have to do like 30 times in a row to like, but like you start doing that stuff because as soon as you start slipping up on that, then you're fucked.
Then you're fucked.
Like I've been giving Millie, last week I think I gave her 3, like, oh, you just got home, I've cooked dinner for the boys. We used to take 2 of us to do the whole routine. Now it's only one. It's like, babe, why don't you just go to the sauna? Why don't you just go to the sauna and I'll just put him down? Like, why don't you just do that? Because that's just me sacrificing a little Tuesday night for 3 hours. I still get to play with my kids. Means nothing. And I do have fun, but it means like, that's worth half a point or something,
I don't know. I've never sat down to crunch the numbers on the point system. There is one, though.
Yeah.
Know that. And it's horses for courses a little bit. One man's point's not another man's point.
But I tell you what you do. As soon as you mention points or even that you're doing it for points, then you've just done negative.
Oh,
points.
No, you can't acknowledge the points. You and I can acknowledge them.
Yeah.
But you and I can talk about them.
You can't be like, no, but I put him down that night and this night you went to this. If you do that, fucking, you're an idiot.
And even if the points come up, deny.
Yeah, deny.
This isn't a point thing.
Yeah,
Edward Simpson, first of his name, Dabo Base Hospital, 29th, the first 1991. We know. We get it. We get the drill. Yeah, I had a friend of mine's farewell on Saturday. Yeah, I also tacked on lunch, which you got to lay these things on slowly. So I'm going on a boat at 5. You get that through to the keeper. Oh, we're gonna go for lunch beforehand. We're gonna go to lunch at 2 to, and then you sort of might move the clock. You might say it's 3, and then no, it's actually 2 because we couldn't get a booking. That's what you do. But then I'm up with Suki, first of her name, who just decided randomly to get up at 5:30 on Saturday. But you see that as an opportunity, Seb.
Oh yeah,
that's an opportunity. I'll do it. Oh, when did she wake up this morning? 5:30. Yeah, tough, unusual. Yeah, that's a panini next to your bed. Yeah, it is. That's a ham and cheese panini from one of our favourites around the corner and a coffee. No, you didn't ask me for it. Oh, and then I drop half an hour later, it's lunch has been added to the resume. Not the resume, to today's order of events. Oh, is that why you got me the coffee? No. No. Lunch has been added after I got you the coffee and the panini. Whereas, truth be told, lunch was added the night before. But it's all how you spin.
You and I play Game of Thrones the same way. I don't know how many. There'd be dead shits out there like, babe, I did this, so I deserve this. There's a million ways to play this thing. You and I play it the same way. That's why so many times in people wanting me to confirm something, whether it's like a round of golf or whether it's come to do a live, even just a live stream. It's like, I'm just waiting for the right time to drop this. Like I'm not going to leave it to the last minute.
No.
But like I'm not going to.
But you can't drop it willy-nilly.
Yeah. It's like, okay, it was a stressful morning. We both left in a rush. I know she's got something on.
It's
something
not
small.
happening
Like, I'm just, babe, can you do a live stream next? It's like, no, just get home. Bolognese is already cooked. I've already frozen fucking 8 batches of it, whipping it up. I've already got the bath. Hey, babe, the thing the boys want me for a live stream next Thursday. Like, is that okay? Anyway, go to the sauna.
Yeah.
You do it with them, but it's like...
timing's everything. Timing's everything. It's going to be more palatable if you've got 5 lots of bog in the freezer and the bath's run as opposed to stress running out the door. That's just how you play eyes up rugby league, fatherhood, punters and dribblers, and how you massage things to go your way.
Yeah. And this is just a small, tiny little... I guess when you're playing a game of chess, the overall strategy is how, like, what you're aiming to do, moving forward to the middle. The tactics is how you do it. They're the smaller pieces. Little tactics in life. It's just like the bolognese, right? Yeah, I've got those little 6 cube freezers. On the weekend, it's like, okay, I'm with the boys today. Just like, I cook 2 batches of bolognese, 6 cube freezers. So they're in there. So anytime there might be like, oh, this came up last minute or whatever, dinner is ready. Like, it's just a microwave thing, because that makes all the difference in the world. Like, babe, I have to stay back late, or tomorrow night I got to do this, and then they have to figure out a dinner plan and stuff. It's like, have your little fucking your little tactics away there in the free. Have everything sorted, just everything sorted. Like, you got to treat this thing like a battle. It is a battle.
It is a battle.
It is. It's a long battle.
Yeah.
A battle that never ends. But you got to switch up your tactic. Like, honestly, I see my kids, like, especially on the flight. When a plane, like, showed up behind enemy lines is getting chased by, like, a heat-seeking
Great movie.
and it just lets off those flares.
Of
like,
course.
Like, on the flight, I'm like, I'm going to need, like, 50 flares.
You need flares, too.
That's new toys. That's things I haven't seen before. But you need flares in your everyday.
You need flares. You need, because things are going to come out. Missiles are going to come at you. Yeah. Right? And what are you going to do? You're gonna. What do? They fucking jettison out of the plane.
Or flares.
Yeah,
because if you get out of the plane, you fuck. But like,
if you get out of the plane, you're floating down in a parachute. You're very vulnerable. Whereas flare up, baby.
Back to the rosé. You know what's also a flare? A rosé in the fridge for her. Because, if you're like, hey babe, I've got to run. Dinner's already cooked, and she's like, I just got home, stressful day. I can't take I need a drink. I haven't got a no. There's rosé already. In the fridge.
No.
I've got a few bottles.
I listen to this. I listen to this podcast. I listen to. They're always crapping on about this rosé, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy some for you.
Yeah. Yes.
Not for me.
There's always going to be a bottle in there for you. Keep
Friday night, my mate's coming over. We have a beautiful dinner together. Ella was going out for dinner, and I bring a bit of piss home because we're going to have a bit of a time, me and him. Nothing crazy. We're just going to have a couple of drinks, right? What? Oh, what? What's this? Is that a bottle of champagne? Yeah, it is. Who's that for? It's for you. Thought you might like a drink before you go out tonight. It's just, you're just going to butter him up.
Perfect. And
she doesn't listen to this podcast, so there's no threat of this. This doesn't.
This will get back to Millie. I'm sure it will. And for that, it's like, hey, would you rather me play the Game of Thrones this way, where it's just nice little things?
Because you hear whispers of people playing a different way, and they play it poorly, shockingly
poorly.
Yeah.
So
first rule is don't ever acknowledge the points.
Yep.
But you need to work out, and you need to start. You need to have long forecasting, long vision on these things.
Separating strategy and tactics.
That's exactly right. Yep. That's what you need to do. So get the rosé, hellosport.shop. Punters and dribblers, I shouldn't need to tell you this, but it's just a friendly reminder from your old mate Eddie that it is slipping season, right? Silly season is just around the corner, but for now it's still slipping season. And when it's slipping season, we like to slip into a good time. And there's no better way to slip and to have a good time than with a Japanese lager by our old mates at 4 Pints. An absolutely fucking terrific drop. It's top notch, top tier, an incredibly easy drinking lager, which is what you want, and perfect for a hot day. So nip down to your bottle of choice and pick up a case. If not, nip down to your local and have one off the wood. If they don't have it, ask for the manager and demand that they put a line in, because this summer you need to be getting around your Japanese lagers if you haven't already, because they're going to make your life that much better. Punters and dribblers, a reminder, this Friday, Cali Press Manly, 6:30 a.m. Run Club, baby. We'll be knocking out a brave 5Ks. Get down there. Going to be a fucking beautiful morning. What better way to start? Essentially, Friday's the weekend, right? Essentially, it's the weekend. What better way to start the weekend than with a Friday morning trot with your old mates, Tom and Eddie? We'll also be giving away smoothies, electrolytes, and hats. So it's a good deal for you. You come down, you run 5Ks in one of the most beautiful parts of the world. We have a bit of a yarn. You feel good about yourself. Endorphins absolutely firing, right? You've got sun, vitamin D into the skin and the eyes. Apparently that's incredibly important every morning, Sebbo. Then you wash it down with a Cali Press smoothie with Good Day in it, so it tastes unbelievable. And then you have some electrolytes to hydrate. So you're just cherry ripe. I don't know why you wouldn't come down for this because it's an absolute no-brainer.
Top it off with a saltwater swim.
You can have a swim at the end as well.
Yep.
You know,
Perfect.
World's your oyster down there. Cali Press Manly, really close to the beach and probably like 50 metres from the sand sort of stuff.
Yeah, if you've got important job role, promotion, presentation, maybe even a date that night, or you just want to go be the best version of yourself to your kids or your friends,
Yep.
you start your day like that.
That's how you start your day. Toddler's got a date that night.
I do. So it was a great way to start the day.
You're gonna fire on all cylinders on that date, dude. It's gonna be the best date of all time.
And it's in Manly as well.
That's gonna be the greatest date ever.
Can't wait.
All because you've started the day the right way.
Absolutely.
Run, smoothie / electrolytes / swim. It's a no-brainer. So see you there Friday morning, 6:30. That's the first piece of housekeeping. Yes, that shirt behind Sebbo and I in the middle on the sign, horizontal season. It will be out November what? 6th. Tobler?
Thursday, November 6th.
Thursday, November 6th.
6 p.m.
hellosport.shop. Obviously, it's a great caricature. It's captured a moment in time, which was Johnny Besto getting his stumps exploded by Mr. Carey because he was out of his crease being a cuck. And that's been immortalised on the back of the Hello Sport horizontal season shirt this year. It's out early because the Ashes start 21st November. Read a book. We are, at the moment, punters and dribblers, in an increasingly intense period of Australia versus English rivalry. There has been a few more things that have happened over the weekend. Probably none more impressive than or pertinent than the Kangaroos just blowing the fucking lid off the English. They were horrific in the test match. The first of the 3 Ashes at Wembley. Full house. Looked incredible. Unbelievable stuff. 26-6. Scored what, late? Who cares? Boring as batshit. They were poor.
But like,
we're amazing. We were fun to watch.
amazing.
That was shit.
Amazing. And everyone's talking about, get the Ashes reignited, make it as good as Origin. It's like, the reason Origin's so good is because it's a flip of a coin and usually the underdog wins.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know anything about England, but like, was this a below average performance for them, or is this just how bad they are now?
Well, it depends who you ask, and it depends who they're working for, and it depends what their MO is. If you were to ask Tom and I or yourself, the punter on the street, I don't think anyone was giving England a hope in hell.
No, but I don't think you want a hope in hell, but like at least a little bit of a like, oh, fuck, like, this is tight. You can still win a series 3-0 and go, okay, that was like a good...
The Kangaroos are so red hot, bro. Our side is ridiculous.
Like ridiculous. And, all these people going to Samoa and stuff, and that's another point, which I love it. But it's like next man up. There's like Reece Walsh, 3 months ago would have been like 3rd in line for like Dylan, would have been like Dill Edwards, then Teddy, then Reece or something.
He has gone, this man, to another stratosphere in the last 2 to 3 months, right? Scores 2 tries, prevents another 2, just back to his old tricks. It looked unfair how much better he was.
But even just looking at him, not even like doing a line break, just looking at him for a second, and his name, Reece Walsh, look at him.
And he's so hot. And
Going
he's got
up
such
against,
balance. Jack Wellesby, dude, not up to it.
I'll preface it this, like English Australia, cricket, game of chess, right?
Yeah.
Like you can kind of be from anywhere in terms of hot, dry, cold, like it's a game of chess and it can be tight. Something like rugby union, you can still be, almost from anywhere. Rugby league, where say Reece Walsh, whether he's growing up and he's having to try tackle or evade some Indigenous kids who are just great with the footy or stuff like that. And he's just got that look, Reece Walsh, and he's just had to... You go up against a guy called Owen Trout. Like, what's this guy? He's fucking in the 1600s, smoky castle. Like, Owen Trout.
Yeah.
Where is he? I saw his name before, Owen Trout. Is he a forward or something?
He's on the bench.
I don't want to single
Owen
out...
Trout has, and this is with all due respect to Owen Trout, he's got a peasant's name.
Yeah, but no, I was thinking about this deeply. I was thinking about this deeply when I was doing the washing up.
He's like a blacksmith.
Nah, I'd put him in a Paul Mall. Like
okay.
He's at least a Paul Mall where it's like he's not an Old Kent Road, but it's just he can't. What I'm talking about, English. They're growing up in smoky, wet, overcast days, muddy stuff. Good for forwards and maybe rugby union. We get that sort of stuff.
For dire stuff.
But rugby league,
it's not good for balance, and it's not good for moving your hips.
Speed, hips, all that sort of stuff. Like Owen Trout would have probably done good in the Crusades. You know, maybe a siege here. Jimmy Graham could be leading him. Like, boy, Owen, get up there. But like on a 100-metre track with your Reece Walshes of the world.
He's born in the wrong time.
Wrong time.
He's born in the wrong time. Owen Trout would be good at standing on top of a castle, throwing rocks at people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, he's in a siege at 1641 or something.
He would have done well.
He probably got a lot of pitchfork about him.
Yeah. Like chainmail. Like he probably got his hands in chainmail. Like he would exceed at a siege defence, maybe more than Reece would.
What? No, I think that's probably a reasonable point to make. Is siege defence, you know, bunkering down, withholding. I think old Trouty boy's got a lot about him in that respect.
I think he does. I think he would see, and he would go to a level deep because he would see that sigil flag with the trout above it, and he's going like, this castle's been here for 400 years.
Yeah, I'm a trout.
I'm used to chainmail. I'm used to smoke. I'm used to eating like shit. Yeah. I can dig in and defend. Yeah. Reece boys, like, I'm fucking out there in the sun, just
we've got enough wheat to last us the winter. Like, we'll be fine. You know?
Trouty, I'd put in top siege defence. Hell, he'd even go all right in the Crusades, sailing over to the fucking Middle East and. You know,
100%. Whereas Reece is sort of, you know, he's an open field, open battle, well-fed type operator. Yeah. He needs to be satiated. He needs to make love several times a night. He needs to eat really, really well, and you get the best out of him. You know,
Trouty can survive on 3 rats for a week. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Fucking, it could not be on him to eat a human leg if he's starving.
No. He's got a bit of cannibal in him. And that's at the end of a siege. Yeah. You know, when things are really dire. But the Trouts know how to cook rats and make them pass, Marky.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they know how to season a rat. Whereas someone like Reece Walsh, that doesn't even cross his mind. No. He's like, dude, I only eat chicken.
Yeah.
I only eat pig.
Yeah. Char grill, Charlie.
Like, that's...
Yeah. Like, we don't have that siege in our DNA.
No, we don't.
And like, you can get away with siege stuff in rugby union. You can. It's
yes, you can.
Big.
Yeah.
Like, you know, scrummage line shorter. You're pressed up against each other.
Exactly. And then you know, the tight head might fucking go down, and the ref doesn't set, and they just go, well, let's reset. Especially back in the real siege days, like early 2010s for rugby union, they'd have 50 fucking scrums in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'd kick a drop goal, then it'd be 3-0, and that'd be the game.
In fact,
driving rain with a bit of sleet, like
say they excel at it. You know what I mean? Like the battering ram sort of stuff. You know, load the trebuchet, all that sort of shit.
Trench warfare, World War I stuff.
Yeah, big English ball-headed props, like battering ram kind of guys, chainmail dudes, trebuchet, Johnny Wilkinson, just launching those
100%.
little, you know.
And then poor old Jack Wellesby, obviously going up against Reece Walsh, both in the number 1 jerseys. Poor old Wellesby looked like he had chainmail on, dude.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like
it didn't fit, kept tripping over it sort of vibe.
Kept tripping over it, you know,
Too
like
long.
Gimli in bloody Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Goes down to the floor. He was awful. Some of his defensive reads were batshit crazy. That one on Angus Crichton was horrific.
Yeah, I think you're just like, I'm in over my head, and now decision making is gone.
He looked it looked like I'd been sent out there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm
to do a job.
Deer in headlights. Like, but that's what you are when you're like, oh fuck. Like, I don't know much if they'd watch much tape on Reece Walsh, or maybe they know who he was, but like not aware of the last 10 weeks, and you're just like, oh my god, what am I meant to do?
And there is a distinct lack of NRL players in the English side. Surely AJ Brimson, our boy, your boy in particular, gets in there next week.
Yeah, guys, get the Goldie guy in. You know, get some Gold Coast just to at least get a good looking line break or something. Like,
so Morgan Smithies doesn't play, which I thought was crazy. AJ Brimson not selected either. Like, what are you doing?
Maybe they tried to play the card of what would unite the English, the Crusaders, the Crossheads, more is by like giving first crack to maybe
But
as
the
many
English have got a long and storied history, particularly in cricket, of picking blokes that have got nothing to do with England. Kevin Peterson, South African.
but different coach.
Ben Stokes, Kiwi.
But maybe different coaches, man. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I was actually disappointed because I didn't know any about English players, but like, at
Tony
least
Greig,
I'm
South
thinking
African.
back to when they won the Rugby Union World Cup, where you look at those big fucking Shrek dudes and you're like, oh, okay, you're Shrek. Like, okay, that's going to be tough. You look at these guys and it's like, I get rugby league players are skinnier and stuff, but you're just like I at least wanted them to try, like, bash us a little bit, you know, because then it makes the victory sweeter.
Yeah,
you know?
as in,
Like
if what you did potentially have going for you was you could beat us, you could try and beat us up, bash us,
yes,
you know?
bash us a little bit, yeah. And hey, if you're not that big fucking Shrek guy, at least just channel a bit of that chav
Throw a
kind
couple.
of, that
Throw a
chav
couple.
energy, dude.
Yeah.
But
We didn't see any of that.
none of that.
We just saw him get absolutely steamrolled.
Do you think they were like too proud to pick AJ? Because
Mate, it
you look
makes,
at that, he's the
it
best
makes
player.
no sense.
He's the best player there.
Yeah.
On that English side
By a fair margin as well.
with Herbie, probably.
Like, Herbie's good. Herbie didn't see much to pill. Jack Wellsby, awful. Dom Young, he's had a mixed season. Herbie's great. Jack Wardle. Tom Johnson, never heard of you. George Williams, okay, cool. Mikey Lewis up against Nathan Cleary. Fuck me dead. It's just, man for man, outside of Herbie, it's not good, bruv.
Do
Keep
they
going down to the
drop-
forwards.
Do they drop Wellsby and just put
Keep going down
AJ
the
at
forward.
fullback?
They've got to drop Wellsby. I don't understand why you wouldn't have AJ at number one. It makes zero sense if they don't. Ethan Hubbard, Daryl Clark, Matty Lees, John Bateman. Not old John Bateman either, new John Bateman. Kai Pearce-Paul, Morgan Knowles. Jez Litton. Right. Alex Walmsley. Big Owen Trout and Mike McMeekin. Mike McMeekin.
McMeekin.
Too many M's, too many K's.
yeah.
Mike McMeekin
I mean,
going up against Keon Kolomatangi. Good luck to you, brah.
Yeah.
Owen Trout, Ruben Cotter. Like, no.
but like the Pacific nations are now all better than England, right? All of them.
Well, I can't remember who I was reading saying that they have them fifth. Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, then England.
Yeah.
Probably in the
In the
pecking
rankings,
order now.
England are third at the moment.
But they're not
that would
spiritually.
No.
Spiritually, they're not. And I think that's the difference.
I am just
And great
disappointed.
point around there. Like, obviously, love that the island nations are going back to support their heritage and, you know, play for their heritage. And all. It's mad. Could you imagine if they weren't doing that?
Yeah.
And we basically had the pick of the lot of them?
Yeah, then it's just like, why even play an international game ever?
Well, exactly. And
like-
I think it's been great for the game that they're, you know, the players are starting to do that.
I love it. I think
Because it
it's-
just means, what was going on before? Yeah, New Zealand beat us 40-0 once or whatever. But
Yeah,
like,
that's it. But like,
forget about that.
like I know there's some people who are like, you should want Australia to win no matter what. And it's like, okay, sure.
we
But
can
like,
still
like-
still win no
but
matter what.
It's boring if it's like there's always going to be one team daylight, then maybe like you want the international game to grow, because if the international game goes slowly, the NRL product gets better, the players get better, there's more money. It just becomes a bigger game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
so I love it in terms of that, but
But they don't. This is what actually separates the English from Australia spiritually, is that we are cut from a simple cloth, which is win at all costs.
Yep.
Win, 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 win. There is no way in the world that Australia, if they had an AJ Brimson type player on the bench, wouldn't have picked him, or in the squad wouldn't have picked him. There's just no way. It's like
Yeah.
it's about winning, and that's it. Whereas the English try to pretend like there's a right way to win, which is lame and boring.
Yeah. Like, I know what you're saying, but like, you know, maybe they're holding on to too much of that like stiff upper lip Dunkirk vibe sort of stuff. Like we've done it before this way.
Different time,
and bravo. You
Well
know,
done.
What you did back then, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, great. But we're talking sport in fucking 2025 now.
Yeah.
And outside Trouty, none of these guys would probably survive Dunkirk. So just like get your Brimos in there to help him out.
Yeah. Trouty survives.
Trouty survived.
Trouty survived.
Yeah, Trouty was the last there. Like, I'm not shitting on Trouty. He was like, I'll get on the last fucking boat. Like,
Oh, the last of the flotilla. Yeah, he was last out of there.
yeah. just can't tackle fucking Reece. That's the problem.
No, I can't
Yeah.
tackle Reece, but who can? Well, Jack Wellsby can't. AJ probably could.
Yeah, I would actually like. I know it'd be like a villain, but I was actually thinking like maybe there's a way. And I know everyone would hate it, English, Australian, but like if you go and play Super League for like say 6 years, need more than 4 for like a World Cup rotate. 6 years, you can get some sort of like pass to play for England.
Right.
So then you could like maybe Bevan French could be like, I don't know, just like some sort of like just take a bit of our talent and it's good for everyone. It's good for everyone.
It's good for everyone. You can have Bevan if you want. They're calling Bevan the greatest Super League player of all time.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Bevan was a fringy.
Yeah. Fringy fullback, winger, para.
Winger, yeah.
Winger, fringy winger for Para. How many games did he play?
47 for Para.
Right. Greatest player of all time. And I'm again not shitting on Bevan French. I like to see my Australians do well, go over to England and dominate. Like he's carved out a beautiful career for himself. They call him the GOAT. Well done, Bevan French. Hat off to you. But I think you make a reasonable point around the fact that the English now need help.
Yes.
I think they also
The English
have,
now need help.
Or especially now that you see the Pacific nations, it's like, okay, you guys need some sort of help. And people talk about us buying them. I don't know what that means for them, but like they need some troops. They need some troops because you're outmanned, you're outgunned, you're just bloody.
Well, they're giving tier 2 now,
Yeah.
England. They are.
Yeah.
They're giving tier 2, and there's just no denying it. For those keeping score in the Ashes, and I'm talking about both of them combined, a lot of people are saying they could be 8-0. It's now 1. It's 1. We're 1. It's 1-0. We're 1 from 1. We'll see if we can get to 8-0. Tobler, I sent you a photo before. Reece Walsh, back to him, Sebbo. A lot of people starting to say that this is the greatest run of a player ever in the NRL.
Yep.
Now, obviously, he's stitched this up outside. A lot of it was outside the regular season. It was in finals, and then you've come into the internationals. But just like, if we just look at the run, Turbo went on a great run, Barber went on a great run, Hayne went on a great run. But the difference between all those players and Reece Walsh is that Reece Walsh is winning.
Yes.
You know? Like that run he went on in the finals was absolutely absurd. Double-digit comebacks in all 3 games against incredible opposition. Canberra Raiders were minor premiers in Canberra. Then you're playing the 4-time premiers in the Penrith Panthers, and then you're playing the premiership favourites Melbourne Storm, who'd never lost back-to-back grand finals. You can't tell me that Reece isn't feeling himself as the greatest player, not only in the world, but maybe on the greatest run we've seen, doing his lap of honour after the game just in the smudgies. In the budgies.
And it's almost like just by the look of him when he first came on screen, I'm talking when he was like running out for the Warriors or whatever, and you just saw those fucking eyes and that face, and you're like, he's destined for something like what he's doing now. Like, just like he's destined. He's got the look, he's got the vibe to do this, to be like the greatest run. And then you talk about winning, completely agree, winning. The one thing that does annoy me when you talk about greatest runs and winnings and plays and stuff, some people just automatically fall on a premiership and say they were like a centre, and they like the premiership would have been won without them. You can't always just like, unless they were the key or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, I
always
know what you
be
mean. Like, but he was the most important player.
He was the most. So you can't be like, oh, this guy's won 3 premierships, this guy's won none. But it's like, okay, anyone would have won there. But no, he was key in all of them, and he's fucking just electric. And it's key in a sense of like maybe where it's like you can see it. It's not like just, you know, he's completing his sex.
Eyes tell no lies,
like,
baby.
You can see it, and he's just playing that fucking a new form of footy that I like, PlayStation footy, where it's just like fucking just score a try from 80 out.
It's PlayStation footy. It's PS2
like,
footy.
Yeah, it's not that like high completion. Like, obviously we love Dill Edwards, probably fucking mad at siege defense. Great, just siege defense, run it up. But if you want someone to, as a pin-up boy, Reece is the guy.
Exactly.
And you just go and win.
Like Cameron Smith, incredible record, an absolute winner. You know, he's a general in the purest sense that would like look over a map and go, how are we going to win this?
Yes.
Whereas Reece is Achilles. He
Yes.
comes in and he wins it on his
wins it.
sword.
Exactly. Cameron Smith, late stage Medal of Honor awards, heaps of shit on his little...
Heaps of shit,
But,
super
like,
decorated,
no one
more
cares,
medals
yeah.
than ever. But he didn't,
But if you're from the time you're going, I just would have preferred to see Reece, a.k.a. Achilles, just in one duel, right?
Yes.
Like, Topless, see if you can get up the RL Kangaroos. I saw they posted it on Facebook at least, of this English 14-year-old just crying in Reece's presence. She's just there and she just is crying. She's asking for a photo and she's like trying to wipe away her tears. And she's English and she's like, I don't know, maybe 14. That's what Achilles
He's got
does
like
to
the big
people.
poster
Like,
of him.
She's
Yeah.
got a poster of him here. She's just like so happy to meet him because he's like a demigod.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
Demi, dude.
He's demigod.
He's 100% Demi.
Yeah.
He's 100% Demi. He's moved into that next stage,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm not saying he's going to stay there. I'm not saying that he will be remembered as
I
a
think it would
Demi.
be almost impossible to stay on this Demi level.
But people have stayed Demi before.
Yeah.
Obviously, Shane Warne, may he rest in peace. He was Demi, eternally Demi, right?
Yep.
Even when, and I'm not saying that now because he's passed. He was Demi
Yes.
before he passed, right? There's some people that are just Demi. Ian Thorpe, Demi. Kathy Freeman, Demi. They just live. They live in a higher
But
plane.
all those Demis, are, even though cricket's a team sport, like his skill of bowling can kind of come down to him where it might be harder for Reece because say the Broncos lose a Haas.
They're all
lose
individual
this,
sports.
And then,
Exactly.
And then it's like, okay, it's hard to stay Demi if X is going that way. But yes, I hope he stays Demi.
Because he's Demi right now.
And he's going to piss off a lot of people who just won't ever accept him as... If he stays like this, people will be like, no, he's not an immortal, even if he stays like this. Because there'll be those old school guys who are like, he does his fingernails, his eyes look like he's fucking the best looking dude ever, he's got his pants off, he's a showboat.
But
That's
I
what
do,
demigods
yeah,
do.
I know. But that's, the older generations, the boring old boomer, they might say that sort of thing. But they've reached a time in their life, Sebbo, where everything offends them, you know?
Everything's woke.
Yeah,
Like,
everything's
yeah,
woke. They'll
yeah.
come home from the shops and, they've seen someone park poorly and that'll keep them up all night, you know? They're offended by basically everything. Immigration's got to stop, like that sort of shit. So
Everyone gets so offended by everything.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah,
dude.
no.
It's
The only one that
you.
gets offended is you, bro, because you're turning purple, and it's not from the beetroot. You're pissed off, and you're pissed off by Reece Walsh talking a bit of shit. That's the reason I think as well, punters, Julius, we need to consider this. He's playing Demi football, but he's also talking Demi shit.
Yeah.
You know, like he's hilarious on social media. You know, like he pushes people's buttons on purpose. It's fucking funny.
What does a Demi do when everyone's going, he's got to cut out this toilet stuff. It's just silly. Why'd you do that? He says it. He brings a toilet like it's just
He brings a toilet into the sheds
He's
and
like,
makes
I
Madge
don't care.
Maguire
Yeah,
drink from
yeah.
one, a mini toilet after they win the comp. That's what a Demi does. A Demi gets his pants off. He's obviously giving them to a kid or something, right? Like obviously he hasn't taken the shirt off though. Don't worry about that. He's taken the jocks off and he's just walking around with his piece out essentially. That's what Demis do.
That's what Demis do. Watch Troy. Agamemnon's just like, Achilles! I can't, can you... You sack of wine. Like, he's always trying to rein him in. And Achilles just like, I do with what I want, dude.
Yeah, listen,
Like,
of all the warlords favoured by the gods, I hate him the most. That's how it is. You got to push buttons if you want to be the big dog.
a Demi in the sense of, like, English girls crying over him. That's what Demis do.
You got to be interesting.
If they want everyone to put on, all guys put on a suit and tie and just say it's all in the boys, 100%.
Boring.
Well,
Boring.
you're not going to be a Demi. You can be a great general. One of
You
the
can be
greatest.
you can be a great backroom general, 100%, and you can jimmy up W's, right? And you get all the platitudes from the right people, right? From the establishment, you'll get the platitudes, and you'll get the medals, and you get to make speeches on important days and stuff. But the people's champion, people that are crying over you with signs, people that would like love nothing more than to address your member. That's the people.
Yep.
And if you're the people's champion, then that's more important than the right, quote unquote.
And that's
champion.
what lives on. And this is my point with Immortals as well. Immortals should be based on if your name just keeps fucking coming up.
Keeps coming
Immortal,
up. Yep.
Like Achilles. His mum goes, you can, stay here, have some kids. They'll have kids. Your name will be forgotten. If you go to this war, you'll die, but they'll sing your name in praise. 2,800 years later, Brad Pitt's playing him. and we're still talking about him. That's what Demis do. They make that choice, right? Like people, and that's what immortals are. Yeah. Their name lives on, right? It's like the name lives on.
Yes,
like,
that's what immortal means.
I know, and that's my case for Greg Inglis. Even though people go no, but it's going. If we still in 20 years, people going, he's the next GI, and people going, he's the next GI. It's like, is that not like immortalized? Like if your name is constantly coming up, constantly, well after your time, that's what an immortal is.
100%.
Like
100%.
People will be talking about this run from Reece forever, like they talk about with Turbo or Hayne and stuff, but it's going to be even more so because he's won.
Exactly. And that's why those runs from Turbo and Hayne and stuff will be forgotten eventually, because it'll only be the old timers just trying to keep it alive going, oh, but you know when you hear these old blokes say, oh, but you should have seen bloody Timmy Tooth and he was the best footballer I ever saw, but no one knows who the fucking Timmy Tooth is because he didn't win anything.
Timmy Tooth was a butcher and he was 77 kilos and he trained once a week and he teared it up.
He loved the dart and he had a couple of good games and old Timmy Tooth in his prime is the best. But if you check the record books, Timmy didn't win anything.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Like
you got to win.
Timmy Tooth up against some of these, like put Timmy Tooth, even though he wouldn't be eligible, in the Tonga versus Samoa game and see how Timmy Tooth goes. Like at his prime, like transport him from his prime.
Yeah. No, prime Timmy Tooth.
Prime Timmy Tooth and bring him in and let's start.
It'd be Jack Wellsby stuff. You know what I mean? It really would. Shout out to our old mates at Ned's. Number one bookie in all the land, in my opinion. Humble opinion at that. Shout out to them, and a shout out to everyone who joined our pot last Wednesday afternoon. Had the ponies running. Geelong Cup, supposed to be on, called off. Too windy, too rainy, too sooky down there in Victoria. Not important. What was important is that on behalf of the people in the pot, Tom and I went to town. We were going okay, then we weren't going that great, then we needed the last at Warwick Farm. The great escape at Warwick Farm for the punter and the dribbler. We saluted and we gave the people back a healthy profit. Again, all thanks to our friends at Ned's who put on incredible pots. Incredible pots. If you weren't part of the pot, switch on and join next time. And if you're not with Ned's, you can't join the pot at all. So that's the benefit of being with Ned's, is that you can join along for all the fun. And what a day out it was. Shout out to Ned's.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
There was other games of footy over the weekend, Sebbo. Mm-hmm. Tonga and Samoa went toe-to-toe.
Yeah,
great war cries.
Great war cries. Great atmosphere, it looked like.
Great atmosphere. Just looked unbelievable.
It looks like I'd be hard-pressed to find just a general sporting atmosphere that we've put on that is that good. It just looked like everyone was... Like the English,
everyone's foaming at the mouth. Yeah. Everyone's frothing.
But you know how like the English soccer fans and stuff, you can always hear that chant. And like they do that well. They do, and maybe they did at the Ashes quite... I wasn't paying attention enough, but it just looked like, okay, this is great. Like, this is great. And it just, you know, they're passionate against beating each other, but at the same time, I think they're both... There's an overall vibe of like celebration that like our nations have like got to this level and things like that. So it's like camaraderie as well as rivalry and stuff. It seems mad.
And they've got sick players now.
Mate, like...
Sick players now. Payne Haas, the latest addition.
Yeah. Tyrrell May, like where you going like... And what, Papali'i, that's like origin... level.
Dude, the side's absolutely incredible. So Samoa fucked Tonga up 34-6. Big lightning delays.
Yes.
Big lightning delays. A couple of people in punters and dribblers saying it was beta to stop for lightning, which I don't really understand. I'm like, dude.
The goalpost would be like a rod, wouldn't it? like, it's like, here's something. Here's a giant metal rod in the sky.
But also, like, imagine if Payne Haas just got struck by lightning, right?
But, you know... like it's weird.
He's a big boy. Yeah. The tallest gets struck first.
Exactly. Maybe it wouldn't affect him though. But people who say that like, oh, beta, it's just like, how old are you? You're like, if you're in this group, you're surely like over 18, and you're just trying to sound like you're a tough 10-year-old. Like, oh, lightning, I'm tougher than that. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
What are you talking about?
No, my dad would beat your dad up. Oh my god, this conversation. What like? Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's the guy that wants to play through lightning storms gives that energy.
Yes.
More data, up.
Yeah. It's just like you've You've just
Really?
idolized.
Because the vibe you're giving me is that dad fucked off.
Yeah, and you're just trying to be the alpha that you never had, and you realize alpha is a different thing now anyway. Like it's, So stop for lightning. I mean, I've stupidly not stopped for lightning playing golf once for like Streety and someone else at Moore Park, and I swear to God, I was like 30 meters away, and we're like, oh my God,
Yeah, dumb.
like dumb. Let's just pull the fuck over. But got back on, so I missed a bit of the I saw a little bit after the lightning, but I was putting the boys down. But fuck, it looked like a good game because it was like what the kickoff. The first set was more intense than like Origin almost, like the tackles and shit. And you're like, oh okay, here we go.
Boys are up.
And then also it's like got that intensity, but it's like feel like they weren't playing fuck it footy, but like try a bit of shit. Where sometimes the great Origin stuff can be that kind of real. Yeah, rook versus rook, siege warfare, high percentage
There was a bit of, mate, there was
like, let's try
There was a bit of razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, a bit of razzle-dazzle.
There was a bit of razzle-dazzle. Don't worry about that. There was razzle-dazzle. Samoa, though, so hot right now. Sonny Luke got absolutely murdered. Absolutely murdered. Have you seen this footage?
No.
Run an eye over this, mate. Big Junior Bolo nearly kills him. Bang!
Oh, my God. What a shot.
Bang! Yeah, lad. That's just pure. Shout out to Sonny Luke who gets up and starts playing rugby league again. I don't know how you do that after that. Just the timing, just so pure. Boss. Get that up, your son.
Look, and rugby league
That's
is
pure.
Oh, it's pure. And I reckon playing for Samoa, it's like it gets him to that level because rugby league is a simple game, and at its best, it's like
simple people.
Yeah, man motivated. Like that's why Wayne stays around so long because he can pull the right reins. For these guys to represent their heritage, it makes them go up. Look at fucking Nanai and shit like that. It just makes them go to another level. And then as a spectator, you're like, this is mad. This is mad.
Just
look at
big,
the hits.
just big, strong.
Bit
Yeah,
of a
look at that.
fucking offload.
This razzle dazzle.
Yeah, a little bit of fucking, and then
past the sea.
and look at this, and there's this little like, okay, I'll just kick through and score it. Like that's just great.
Yeah.
High intensity.
He's not doing that for the
razzle-dazzle.
Cowboys.
Yeah, no.
And then his other try was fucking sick as well.
And then he stopped one, even though it was like a forward pass, but like one-on-one, he like just. Did he get player of the match? If they do that,
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's hot.
It's like schoolyard footy. It's
It's schoolyard footy, 100%.
But like high intensity as well, like it hits and stuff. But just, I thought it was one of the better products. I've
So this
seen
is
in a while.
this is some of the best like rugby league you can watch. Look at that. That's unbelievable stuff. Beautiful try from the Nye.
I think one thing to keep in mind with Samoa absolutely pumping Tonga is that they did have, like, they had the luxury of already playing a game the
Yes,
week
that's
before.
what I was thinking about even pre-game.
Yeah.
But now Tonga have that against New Zealand. But Tonga are basically out, right?
Would they play New Zealand?
Yeah, but they'd have to beat New Zealand like, what, 40-0 or something to...
Yeah, because of points
Because
difference.
the points differential.
Yeah, right. So is that the lay of the land?
Yep. So Samoa are through to the final, and then Tonga play New Zealand. But yeah, as Sebbo said, obviously,
They'd have to pump them
Yeah.
to get... And New Zealand wouldn't make it.
I believe.
And I'm going off just vibe there. I didn't read that. I just presumed if you play everyone once that it would be point differential.
Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd make a lot of sense.
Yep.
And then in the Pacific Bowl, which is obviously tier 2, Fiji, PNG, Cook Islands. Cook Islands lost to PNG. I
They're
think.
going all right for a bit because they haven't really had a win, have they ever? Cook Island, not for a while or something. Cook Islands.
Cook Islands struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's any doubt about that. PNG 40-28 though. That'd have cracked the boys. That'd have crack.
Yeah, 79th minute try to PNG, so it was close.
And then in the women, have you seen this try?
No,
The Jillaroos?
I saw a few bits of it, but I didn't see a try that I was like, holy.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely insane. Feast your eyes on this, Sebbo. This is a lot of highlight reel stuff out of the weekend, which we love. So the girls take it on Samoa. Have a go at this.
Liverpool is Southwell. Lovely crossfield kick.
Oh, wow.
Hook that to my veins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diving catch.
Yeah, the diving catch. Never see it.
A diver.
You never see the diving catch,
Little
Sebbo.
Stewie.
Look at that. Stewie Diver.
Stewie,
Shout out to
yeah.
him. A great survivor.
One of the best.
They pumped him 60-0.
Do you know who Stuart Diver is, Cody?
I feel like we've talked about him
I
on
feel
here
he gets
before.
mentioned a bit.
Yeah.
He came up recently.
I'm just wondering if you boys know who Stewie Diver
No,
is.
I can't remember.
I remember watching the movie.
1997?
I was in year 2. Year 2, so I was...
98, 97?
Let me get this. I think in year 6 was 2001, year 5 2000, year 4 99, year 3 98,
97.
97. I'm going to say year 2 I was in.
97.
There we are. Because I remember year 2 presentation was just like getting a giant bit of cardboard and cutting out as many Stuart Diver articles as you could and just presenting that.
Yeah.
You're like, here he is. Here's Stuart. He's the national hero. for
He's
the
a
next
national hero, Stuart
10
Diver.
years.
Yeah. How long was he under there for? A couple of days?
60 hours.
60 hours.
Freezing cold. Like
24
only
2.5
water's
days.
frozen snow.
2.5 days. Jesus Christ. On length and hours, etc. I think we bow rugby league. Is that rugby league?
I think that's rugby league, yeah.
There's the PVL wanting to do the global round. Yarn.
What
Yeah.
what's the... Is there,
We'll get to that, and then I'm going to shout out someone.
Up.
So, obviously, punters and dribblers, you've been living under a rock, metaphorical or otherwise, or you just haven't been listening to the potty. R360, this Saudi-backed rugby union league that proposes to have, 17 or 16 rounds, and every week there's a new game in a new city in Rome or London or
It's a tour.
Beijing. It's a tour. It's like Formula One, but for rugby union.
Yeah.
The Saudis have got money, obviously shitloads of it. They're ripping it out of the ground, they're selling it, and then they're spending big. Sports washing.
Yeah.
They've got a dubious human rights record, and they're doing what has worked historically, which is wow the people with shining lights and flashing toys. And
Why do you think the Colosseum was built?
exactly
Shut
right.
the people up.
Shut the people up.
Yeah. Give them some people gladiators. Here you go.
Yep. Wow the people.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Well, you've got to wow the masses, and that's what the Saudis are looking to do. And you can't really begrudge them for it because it's been going on since time immemorial. Now, that promoted a response from a lot of competitions, from a rugby union perspective, but more so from rugby league, specifically Peter V'landys, who obviously see this as a threat. The giveaway was how they spoke about it, being like, "Well, who gives a fuck about that thing?" It's like, well, you wouldn't speak that way if you actually didn't give a shit. You just wouldn't speak at all. They came out saying that anyone that goes to Rugby 360 gets a 10-year ban or a lifetime ban? I can't remember.
10 years.
10-year ban. Hollow threats legally, but from a can you be fucked to take the NRL on perspective, maybe it'll be highly effective. Now, they did laugh at the concept, have now since then floated their own version. Version is probably the way I'd look at it. Opening round global NRL concept, starting in 2027. Tobler, walk us through the specifics.
Oh, yeah, I only saw the headline, so I'm keen.
I'll get the
know.
video up of PVL explaining it.
Okay, let's watch that. How long does it go for?
About a minute.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Look, I think the game's got to be globalised and you've got to have ambition. And I've always said you need to get new revenues, and the new revenues have got to come from other markets. There's been a lot of countries that have shown interest in paying us some big dollars to take a game to their countries. So we have to look at it. We have to look at the business plan and see if we can do it.
How do you see it working?
Well, basically it'll be the first round, so just like Vegas, except rather than just having Vegas, there'll be matches elsewhere in the world at the same time. It's got an opportunity to really capture new markets and increase tourism in those particular countries that want the game.
Yeah, I didn't know much about it, but the boys are talking about it today, and I instantly think, it's a great idea. The more we can promote the game and get it onto eyes that haven't seen it, I think the product of rugby league is the best sport in the world. It's probably just people haven't watched enough of it. So the more we can, take it overseas. And selfishly as a player, you just want to have those sort of experiences, go away and play in different environments. Like today was incredible. And these things you remember for the rest of your life. And I think that's probably one thing that rugby union has had over rugby league is the fact that they get to travel and go to different places. So if rugby league's able to do that, I can only see it growing more. And yeah, it's exciting.
Mate, if you had to pick a city, where's Penrith playing? Where'd you like to go on the road?
I should probably say Manchester because I could see Mary, but maybe like Miami or something would be pretty cool.
Miami's definitely a place we've looked at, and it's a happening place where people would want to go. But again, the Tourism Bureau there's got to be interested and assist us in getting us there.
Okay.
So, and he's come out and clarified further that it wouldn't necessarily be every game. It'd be like half-half. So half the games in round one would be played here, half elsewhere around the world. I think
how
many locations?
But so one game in Miami, one game in London, one game. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, and one after the other after the other.
How many cities are you talking?
Well, I guess he's talking 4, right?
So, and then each city would have 2 games.
If they're doing half the games in Australia in round 1 in 2027.
Wait, so that half the games would mean there's 4 games to take overseas and 2 already in Vegas. So then it would only be 2 other games left.
Will there be an extra game by then?
Well, there's an extra game. Yeah, there's an extra game next year.
But I just want to know how many, because if he's saying, but he didn't say.
So there'll be 9.
Games
There'll be 9. There's 9. There's 9 potential. There's 9 games next year because the Bears come in.
So 4 would be Vegas. And then in these new locations, is it 1 game?
No, 2 in Vegas.
Sorry, to 4 teams. Yeah, 2 games in Vegas.
And then you could have another 3 around the world, and then you could have 4 here.
So 1 game per location. So like 1 in Miami, 1 in London.
I think that's how they see it. I think that's how he sees it working. It's still very early days, and they have
It's very early days. And he's basically saying as well there that the tourism bureaus
they
of
need
each
to be
city would
paid.
need to be paying.
Yeah.
Which is not a guarantee.
No. But if they were paying, if I was a tourism bureau, I'm like, you're not going to like give me like the nights. Like if I'm going to, like, I'm not paying $10 million for you to bring
the nights
that over here.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a great point.
Like Miami, it's like, okay, we need just fucking highlight try scorer. So we'll take the Titans maybe with a
London's not buying Tigers.
Yeah. You got to like,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, not everyone should get a shot at Vegas technically, because it's like, I get Vegas is a long plan, but it's like, if you're fucking shit, you can't be growing the game overseas for us. Like,
well, you need superstars, you need thoroughbreds, you need studs.
Demigods doing demi stuff. They want to see a line break, you know? I don't mind the idea, but yeah, I was thinking you'd need governments to pay you for sure.
100%.
But then it's like for 80 minutes, you go to Miami, put in an 80-minute, because Vegas is like a full-on day or a couple of days. Like there's 4 games, isn't there? Like
no, there was 4 last year, but there's going to be 3 next year. I think they have a Super League game and they have 2 NRL games, so it goes for a while. 4 was too many. The girls played at England and put 100 on them, I think, from memory.
Well, you got to like somehow make it. You know, I'd love just, i.e., throwing in more stuff. If I say even minor premiership, you get something good, like the Premier League England, so good, relegation, more money, Champions League, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
If these teams go over, they got to be playing for something, because round 1, you're not really playing for a final spot. You got to make the game intense. Like that's why Origin works, or even if you took the Samoa Tonga game on the road, because it's just like naturally means a lot to the players. But if you're getting a round 1 Knights, fucking I don't know, who's terrible?
Titans.
Titans. It's like, okay.
Right. I get it. I get where PVL's brain goes with this thing, and you can't knock what the man's been able to jimmy up. You know, rugby league is flying. Pump the AFL in broadcast numbers, which they don't like, but it happened, so you're gonna have to get over it. Jared Waitley, of huge Victorian dick rider, of huge AFL guy, right? He said after the Everest, he's like, you can't deny it anymore. The Everest has been a massive success, and he's like, it pains me to say it might be the biggest race in Australia now, bigger than the Melbourne Cup. Victoria got stuck in their ways down there with this like old legacy races. They're staying races, a lot of them. You know, the Melbourne Cup, most of the horses that are in that aren't Australian, because they all come from overseas, because we train sprinters now.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
There's a big difference. Yeah. And obviously there's legacy there, and obviously there's history, and that means something. But you're getting 55,000 young people at Randwick.
Yeah, new generation shit.
New generation for the Everest. It's the richest horse sprint race on turf in the world. People are now frothing for it. They're coming down for huge money. The prize money is like 20 million. Fucking huge coin. Whereas when he started that, everyone's like, oh, that's just like tacky Sydney crap. That's rank. That's tacky. That's foul. Now it's like, ooh, that's hot.
Yeah.
The man, he's good at what he's
up to
and so
date.
you might look at this and go, oh, that's a dumb idea. So, well, at least he's trying stuff.
I think it's a good idea.
At least he's trying stuff. You know?
I think it's a great idea.
I like
you just
it.
need to think about it in terms of like, you know, going overseas, round one, you know, just think about shit. Like obviously Vegas, the first ones, they brought the good teams or the highlight teams.
And they're just trying to, I think they're trying to butter up the gambling money over there. I think that's what they're trying to do. It's like, oh, guess what? Sport is really physical and runs exactly in your off season for American football, NRL, you know?
Yeah. There you go. Because America, now you're all into gambling.
Now you're all into gambling, and
they're
that's seeing a shift into gambling. And, oh, you want to offer markets in our sport? We're going to have to pay us a royalty. You know? That's where my brain goes if I'm him. I'm like, Las Vegas is an interesting perspective. But in terms of globalization, take it around the world. If they're going to pay to take them, fucking oath.
He also said it would help with international broadcast rights, which are being negotiated at the moment, the new deal.
So he's thinking, the bloke. He's thinking. Don't worry about that.
He's good.
He's very good.
He's good. Because he just seems like he just wants to know what the kids think of things.
Oh, he's thinking about the kids.
Rather
always.
than going like, oh, this is the way it always has been.
Yeah, no, he's always moving forward. He's a next gen guy.
Timmy Tooth will be turning in his grave if he saw the game today. It's like,
Timmy Tooth, man. No, Timmy Tooth.
But no, I mean, I want it to happen. I love the game is like fucking like, how can it get better here? In terms of like, obviously if the lower
people like Matty
better,
Johns reckon it's the best the game's ever been. Ever.
Easily.
From a product perspective.
And then just grow it internationally. And it takes a lot of time, but like the foresight would be like, look at how far Tonga and Samoa have come in the last like 8 years and what that's like now. Back in the day, it was just like, you know, out in Campbelltown, still some decent crowds.
But that, you would have to think that in Europe where, you know, it's a bit of ski in the winter, they've also got, it's just soccer. It's just football. Yeah. There's got to be people in Europe that hate fucking soccer and they're like dying for something else. Maybe they're dying for a bit of rugby league, baby.
Yeah.
The NFL's been going to London as well, which is what PVL has also acknowledged. He looks at NFL and the globalization of that and looks to that for inspiration.
Well, if you're not copying the biggest sport in the world, or at least taking inspiration from, then, you know.
Who know how to franchise the fuck out of shit.
Talking about the biggest league, by the way, the biggest league in the world.
Yeah, they're like, NFL just know how to make money out of it. Like, that's it.
Dude, the revenues, look up biggest sports league revenues.
Because you think
and
it's
the
always
difference between the NFL and next best, which is probably baseball or something, is biblical. Or the NBA, I think, second.
But they even compete with the soccer clubs, like some of the NFL teams. Like,
mate, the top, it's like the top 10 most valuable sports franchises now are all American sports teams.
Yeah, so you'd probably want to start with like your Americas, your Londons, a bit of France, but then like throw in a bit of a...
So...
This is based on the 2024 season.
Revenue, is that in euros? Why is that in euros? Does that say euros? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So NFL in 2024, 19.2 billion. $20.24 billion. Next best was the NBA with 12, then MLB with 11, then the Premier League with 7, NHL with 6. This is billion. Then La Liga with 5.2, Bundesliga with 4, Serie A with 3.6, League One 2.3, and the top 10 rounded out with MLL Soccer with 2.3 billion. So, you know, NFL's close to double the next biggest. That's how big it is.
Oh, it's massive. But then, like, obviously these...
It's 3 Premier Leagues, mate. It's ridiculous.
But PV, like, I was just thinking then, if, like, you're treating it like little chessboard, where to put places, but, like, you need to still, or like, maybe this will be the 20th team, like, fully take over New Zealand as well.
They
like,
need another team over there.
where it's just like, you can't just...
You'd have to think.
Like, that's the easy little thing, like, fully take
Surely
it over.
a South Island team's a layup.
Yeah. Because then you're like, okay, that's just an easy little thing, build momentum. surely you'd think get that PNG team. Like,
Well, where else are they going to put one? You know?
Yeah. Oh, another Southeast Queensland. No, fucking New Zealand, dude.
And New Zealand have just paid to get State of Origin in 2027.
Yes.
Game 2.
Yep.
Will be hosted over there.
That's good.
Reports I read was they paid $5 million for it.
Around that, yeah. In the vicinity of.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm massively into it. Like, yeah, Adelaide, fun. Perth, fun. Melbourne, whatever. They're all a bit.
Yeah, you do them once.
They're all a bit whatever
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It'd be almost fun if you were going to make the pilgrimage to them as an Aussie. It'd be more fun going to New Zealand, probably, like something different, like go over there, you know, heaps of different shit to do in New Zealand, as we all know. But it's just like a bit more of it feels like a bit more of a tour, like, you know.
Yeah.
Than going to,
Mate, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's very hot. So that's 2027, game 2.
In Auckland.
In Auckland. Mount Smart, huge. That'll be a sick crowd. It's another away game for New South Wales, essentially.
It'll kick off at 7:30.
No one likes New South Wales, rather, outside of New South Wales. Like, Melbourne's always pro-Queensland, Perth's pro-Queensland, Adelaide's pro-Queensland.
Just because everyone just...
New Zealand's pro-Queensland. Yeah, because people hate the best.
When you're at the... Yeah,
even though we're not the best, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, City at least as well. Even
We're Big Brother.
Yeah.
People hate Big Brother, like Little Brother.
Yes, exactly. You don't want Big Brother to win, and that's fine. That's the way it should be. Like,
No,
there's just not an area or a city that's going to even come close to catching daylight, which is before or after Sydney in terms of cities. Like, look at Sydney, dude. Like, if you're not from Sydney, you hate Sydney.
Of course you do.
And you're like, oh, everyone from Sydney's a dickhead. Well, what'd you do? I just went down to Bondi and tried to make friends. Oh, okay, so like you went to like the creme de la creme of where all the influencers, money, young people are. And,
new money, but also a lot of tourists down there.
Yeah, tourists. And like everyone's man. No one wants to make. Okay, well, why don't you just go hang out? Like if that's what you value, why'd you pick Bondi?
Yeah,
like why'd you pick Bondi?
Yeah, I went down to Darling Harbour and everyone was like, I couldn't find anyone.
Yeah. Okay. But Sydney's just, you know, I'll always say Sydney's the best city in the world, easily, not just Australia, in the world.
Yeah, it's not even close.
So that's why no one goes for, like, technically a Sydney team, even though it's New South Wales. And that's fine.
And, you know, unfortunately, people don't like to accept that you can go from Byron Bay in New South Wales out to the desert, out to Broken Hill, then you go down to the Snowy Mountains, and then you can go down to the South Coast, all in one state.
Yeah,
people can't cop that.
Nah,
it's too much for their little brains.
Yeah,
you know,
just everything.
It's too upsetting for people.
Yeah, there's just so much diversity.
There's too much diversity.
Yeah, too much diversity.
It's almost too good. So that's why we get a heap of shit, and that's why Game 2 2027 in Auckland will be a pro-Queensland setup.
Yes.
Because of the reasons I've just explained.
Exactly.
Along with my mate Sebbo.
Yep.
People can't hack it.
Nah, and that's fair
You got it too good.
Got it too
Sorry,
good.
man.
You got Blue Mountain. I like mountaineering. Go out to the Blue Mountains.
You go to the mountain, yeah.
Fishing. What are you into? Desert stuff. Like, what are you into? Here's a map.
Desert stuff.
Like,
yeah. What is it you like?
Yeah.
What gets you off?
Yeah.
There's not a single piece of... there's not a single thing that couldn't get you off in New South Wales.
Nah. Queensland, it's all the same. You know, not the same, but like tropic, it's like, I love swimming in that tropical water. Oh, you can't swim here.
No.
Crocs,
Irukandji.
Can't swim here. Okay, so I'm just going to stand here in like 40 degrees.
No. You're going to hop in the pool.
Yeah. We're going to hop in the pool. Okay. Whoops. I came to the hot spot for the okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And that's not to say that I don't have a soft spot for Queensland. I do. 100%.
I like them all. I'm just in comparison.
It's just, you know, unfortunately, when 80% of your coastline's off limits, you know,
like
it's not.
We're a coastal.
It's
country.
not. That's not ideal.
If I want to go see some like wagons and giant wheels, I go down to Adelaide, like, you know, churches and
right? Okay,
Yeah,
city
yeah,
of churches.
yeah.
Okay, is that your thing? No, your thing's like putting people in barrels.
Excuse me,
That's your
reception.
thing.
Can you call a wagon? I need to go down to the vineyard over there. Like, yep, here it is, horse and carriage.
You got great wine.
Yeah, great wine.
And no one's disputing that. No. Absolutely not.
Couple
up
of
for
good
debate.
golf courses, but a couple we're talking about. Like, yeah.
Great wine.
Yeah. Tassie, beautiful, love it. Like,
Love Tassie. I've spoken endlessly about Tassie, but like, you know, Tassie can't even build a stadium.
Yeah. Like,
their
beautiful.
new team.
Drive around it easily. feel remote, you know, like I'm in the Shire.
Yeah, it's
everything's happening. You know, there's no.
It's bottom of the world down there.
Yeah. Just tucked away. Look, if I owned a little carrot farm or something, like I would love to just grow my own veggies in Tassie.
If you were a carrot farmer, you'd be doing it in Tassie, 100%.
In little hobbit holes and drink ale. I would love that life. Unfortunately, we're in the rat race.
I know,
and you just got to get shit done and be fast.
You've got to be prepared to be a carrot farmer, though.
Yeah,
you know, with carrot farming sensibilities, and that's all you know.
Yeah, I've been wound up to rat racy and fast.
You've been wound up.
Yeah,
you've been turned up to 12, and so you need the harbour.
Yeah, I
need the South Coast. You need Merimbula oysters, mate. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I wish I could just sit there with an ale, look at my carrots, pet rabbit.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to go down to the local fete, right?
Yeah.
And submit me carrot, and it's the biggest carrot in all the land, and it weighs fucking 10.5 carats, and it's just, you know, it's a carrot of substance, and I like cooking with carrots.
Yes.
You know, I like to make carrot stews and carrot
just
pies,
nice stews in the
and
cold,
carrot cakes and carrot bread, and I'd marry a carrot, and like, you know. It'd be a carroty life, you know, and I'd put carotene on my skin and my hair, and like I'd love it, right? And that'd be cool. If you're from carrot stock, and if that's all you know, and you haven't been wound up to 12. Because the moment you get wound up by 12, you know, life changes.
That's it. Yeah, and you can't go back.
You can't go back.
It's the red pill,
You've seen too much.
Blue pill, red pill.
You've
sort
seen
of
too
stuff.
much.
Like, if you gave me my choice again, maybe I'd take the carrot pill. I probably would, because you don't have to worry about all these things. You're just there. You know, a carrot can entertain you for 18 hours of the day. There's so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
And you're not even thinking about anything else.
You don't even need a missus. Just fuck a carrot. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you get some random tourists in. Have you seen the new episode of South Park? I'm just saying that because I saw South. What's South Park? Like I just sit in my backyard,
stare at
listen
carrots.
to some birds, sing some songs, and just do.
Watch carrots grow.
I even make carrot kind of like sculptures, like busts out of the big carrots. Here's a bust of my
carrot
bunny.
bust,
Carrot bust. And we're like, fuck, I wish I could just do that.
Yeah.
Just chill out. The guy's probably using the same knife for 50 years. Never lost it. Doesn't lose it. He's not rushing around on buses and shit and trying to get shit done.
No. Well, he's never been to Hobart, you know.
No.
Never been to Launceston, never been to Hobart, never been on a plane, never been in the water. Doesn't need to. He's a carrot guy.
Yeah. And he's probably the healthiest person in the world, mentally, physically, spiritually.
So, yeah, carrot life would be good if you hadn't already taken the red pill. And now that we've been red pilled within each of our lives, we know that the greatest state of all is New South Wales. And everyone else knows that, and that's why we're hated. Because we're the best. And that's the way it goes. Now, just a little shout out to my brother, Sebbo, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
He did a thing called a Reds Backyard Ultra on Saturday. This is the concept. This is the format of the race. 6.7 kilometres every hour on the hour. So if you run 6.7 Ks in 40 minutes, you've got 20 minutes to chill, eat, maybe have a snooze if you want, and then on the hour, you start again. Does that make sense? If you get in at 57 minutes, you've got 3 minutes before you got to go again.
Oh, my God.
Got to be at the start line, ready to go when the hootie goes, otherwise you get timed out. He did, my brother, 30 laps. So 200 Ks.
What the fuck?
200 Ks, which is
my
fucked.
God.
Starts at 8 in the morning, so like all through the night. And then got out there again till 2 in the arvo and packed it up, 200 Ks. I think he came top 15 maybe, something like that.
Oh, my God.
Crazy.
That just makes me feel like a little bit anxious.
Pretty sure there's people. I'm pretty sure there's people still out there, Sebbo. As I consult my phone quickly.
Oh, my God. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yep.
And does he trained to do that? Like, doing like...
He trains does like 120 Ks a week. There's still 2 people going, a guy and a girl. They're on 53, lap 53.
Because the way that ends, right, like, as soon as there's one person left, they have to do one more lap and it stops. Like, you can't just keep going.
Can't keep going.
It's so, so the men and the women are competing against each other. So
There's no, it's not gendered. It's just,
yeah. So
grip
they just
it and
keep
rip it.
going.
I would honestly die. Like, I would honestly die. Like,
Yeah.
if someone's like had a gun to my head, it's like you have to keep going. Like, I would never get half what your brother's done. I would die. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
So he's done fucking well, the big
Do you have
fella.
any insight into his strategy? Like how he did it, how he calculated his sleep, his eating, and all that stuff?
I don't think he slept. Eating, he's got to get a certain amount of calories in, essentially. But you can get that in. He's like shitloads of sugar and stuff, really, a lot of it. He would run the first like 1.2 Ks and then do a bit of walking. So it was like a bit of a walk-run situation he was doing. I think he's coming in like 48 minutes, something like that. That was his strategy. This guy that just won the World Championships, Phil Gore, he's Australian. He's got the world record 119 hours, which is an hour short of 5 days. He won the World Championships in America, I think last week. He got I think he won with 114 laps. But his strategy is go out. He was running his laps pretty quickly, especially at night. He'd come in with like 20, 25 minutes to spare.
yeah.
20 minutes to spare. And he'd bank like 15 minutes of sleep and then go back out there. Whereas other people will come in at 57, 58 minutes and basically have to go straight away.
Oh, my God.
Phil
Like,
Gore
I
ran
just-
764 kilometres.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
Over
not
5
cut from
days.
that.
Yeah.
Like that, well done to him and anyone doing that. But that is,
So a little shout out there. Wild stuff.
and so he obviously he's done like marathons before, and you're like, what's the next thing? And you
He's done a
find
few
yourself
marathons. He's
there.
done this one twice before. He's got 15 laps the first time, then he got 18 the year after. And then this year he's gone 30. He's gone big.
That's massive.
He's gone big. But he does like 100 kilometres through the Blue Mountains, like crazy shit like that. But 200 Ks is so etch.
No.
So etch. So shout out to my brother.
Shout
Incredible
out.
stuff.
Well done.
Marathon was far enough for me, mate.
I can't even.
Could you imagine doing 4 marathons, Tobler?
God, no, dude. I was so cooked after the first one. 4 back to back to back to back. That's crazy.
Yeah. Insane stuff. Hunters and Drillers, this podcast brought to you by our good friends at Be Good Health. Now, 1,500 5-star reviews on Good Day. 1,500 5-star reviews, not nothing. This is from Patrick, who gets it 6 days ago. Be a goer. I used to be tired all the time, but Good Day multivitamins have made a huge difference. I no longer hit that afternoon wall and finally have the energy to be a goer. I'm getting so much more done now. It also ticks an OCD box every time that ripped end fits perfectly into the open end of the sachet before throwing it in the bin. Kudos, boys. If you're feeling sluggish, I highly recommend. That's just an authentic review from an authentic dribbler named Patrick who gets the benefit of B vitamins and what it does for your energy throughout the day. This isn't woo-woo puzzle. This is just scientific goodness, right? This is scientifically backed goodness. Go to begoodhealth.com.au. Code dribblers, 10% off. If you pair it with subscription, you're going to get a savings equivalent to 20% off. It's our gift to you.
I got something for you, Ed.
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
One of my little pastimes is Facebook has learnt me so well that it's got this page where it shows me an AI video and like a 2-minute thing of some random thing in history. Not random, but like big thing.
Is using what I've liked about, and I'll let you explain it, but it's just like my own context, if you don't mind, is I am really enjoying AI photos of historic events, like the signing of the Declaration of Independence or something like that, whereas usually you've just gone off a painting, whereas now it makes it way more real.
So this is like it, and it's not meant to be like ultra realistic. It is quite stylized. It kind of looks like 300 a lot of the videos, but it's like if they're talking about this general or that general, they'll show them on a horse in a bit of a battle or siege or whatever. And I've seen hundreds of them now, maybe. But then one that like, and they're all different, and I like it because a lot of it's like stuff I don't know much about. But I came across one last night, and then when I finish that, I do a little bit of chat, research myself on it, just to check if it was like real and all that stuff. But remember the cigarette Port Royal, was it? Port Royal Rolly tobacco, and it kind of tastes like rum, and everyone was in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's Port Royal, Tobler. I might be wrong here, but Port Royal was like one of the richest little cities for a while there in the Caribbean. The English were like, okay, we've got this port here and we've got all the Spanish ships everywhere. How about we just make this legal for pirates? So we're going to turn this into a pirate port, And all you have to do is just not attack us English. You can just kill as many Spanish ships as you want. And you come and bring the loot back here and you give us a little bit and you like divide it between yourselves. And it made them quite systematic, like not just like, I'm going to steal the loot. And so they'd bring all this loot back and all they wanted to do was gamble, drink and have women. So they would just spend all the money. All the Spanish gold at this port. And it became like synonymous, like it was called like the modern Sodom, like what Sodom
and Gomorrah or whatever. But
and then
Sodom,
it went for, I don't know, maybe 10 years, and then like an earthquake sunk the fucking city, and everyone saw it as like, that's God. Like, and so it now a scuba dive. You can go down and like a lot of the places are preserved and stuff. Like
Port Royal,
where
was it?
Port Caribbean somewhere.
Yeah, Southeast Jamaica.
And so it's sunk, and now it's and you're like, holy, and like it was like making tons of money because all the pirates started going like, all right, we're gonna like create a code where like what your share of the loot is when you sign on. If you lose an arm or a leg, like it's all like they became quite systematic, and it's like there's a code like never steal from your own ship. So they became like systematic, and like I was like, fuck, imagine going to Port Royal, like if you had
for a rip,
for a rip there, where it's just like everything you like. Holy crap, that sounds fucking mad! Like, just bloody pirates.
Dude. And so it's a modern day Sodom. When was Port Royal getting into its work, Tobler?
Well, it got hit by an earthquake and tsunami in 1692, so it was around 17th century that it was kicking off.
Just a little fucking.
And was it at its peak when it sunk?
Yeah. That was like
it was founded in the late 1400s.
So the cigarettes were named after him, and then I'm pretty sure, and he started going Captain Morgan, which I think is like a spiced rum. He was
Captain Morgan is a spiced rum.
Yeah, so Captain Morgan. See if he was apparently one of the like main pirates who took down some of the big boy Spanish ships. Like he was like one of the heroes there, where it's just like, the Morgan ship's coming in. Like,
so Captain Morgan got into his world.
Yeah. It's like, all right, what's that big vessel like taking all the gold back to Spain? Let's go get it, and it's legal, and the British aren't going to touch us. They want us doing this shit. We'll go back.
So it was an English city?
No, England were there. Like they were like, okay, we've kind of conquered this little area. We've got hold here, but like we can't really keep all the English. We've got to keep going. So let's just legalize piracy for these guys here and go, look, let's handshake. You don't get our ships, get that. And like they might have like helped out somehow, like bring in work, like they would have kind of helped them run it, I guess. But it's like, here's your pirate haven, dude. I'm like, I thought that shit only exists in Pirates of the Caribbean. But then you go in Captain Morgan, Port Royal, I used to smoke them. And you're like, okay, so anyone had half an idea about this? Like it's stayed on. I was like, that's mad.
I like that. I like that a lot. And AIs
AIs helped me figure that out. And I got to see a little video. Then I did a bit of research.
What was the videos?
Oh, it's just like videos of like the docks and the pirates and the ships and all that sort of stuff. And you're like, okay, here we go. Like, I love it now. It just Facebook just feeds me one, and sometimes I'll look them up, sometimes I won't. But then I'll go, okay, here's a little thing about this guy. Like, or like even Vlad the Impaler, everyone knows that. But then I was like, oh, okay, so that's the impaling thing was for this specific situation.
You know how if you have a huge night, you can wake up really anxious.
Yeah.
Or you go to bed on a Sunday night and you're doom scrolling, you're just anxious as fuck, right? Because you've had a huge one.
Yes.
Do you reckon people are waking up in Port Royal with anxiety, going, fucking hell, did I do that last night? Oh, no one gives a shit.
I don't think you give a shit. Like, unless you crossed like your captain or something and you're like probably going to die. But in terms of like what you did, like it's like waking up, 2004 the cross, like, did I hook up with a dude last night? I don't even know. Who cares? Like, it's the time. Port Royal, like, what happened last night? Like, as long as there's no, like, bestiality or murder, you're fine. You just,
bestiality and murder, is that where you draw that?
Well, like, I'm sure Port Royal would...
You'd probably wake up with anxiety if you fucked a pig, you'd think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or an octopus or something. Like,
or a chicken,
otherwise, you're just like, all right, sweet. Like, but you'd just be, like, and you just wash yourself off in the ocean, and you're like... Morgan's calling out. It's like fucking Spain's just over there. You're like, okay, I've just spent all my money, but apparently there's a Spanish ship over there. Let's go raid it, kill some dudes, make them walk the plank, come back, split the loot, and I'll spend all my money again in like 2 nights. Like, that's my life.
Yeah.
That's my life.
That sounds all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds all right. No, but I'm loving those AI videos, dude.
Loving them.
Like, watched
Loving
Hannibal cross the Alps the other day
Yeah,
with
I'm getting all
elephants
that
and
shit.
shit. I'm like, yeah, okay. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Like Vlad the Impaler, like everyone, you impale people, but it was like actually the first like biological warfare. Like biological warfare, and they really got mentioned like in like World War One. But Vlad was the first guy because like the Ottomans were coming for Vlad's kingdom.
Yeah.
And Vlad, like Dracula was not based on Vlad, but and Vlad's like, all right, I'm fucked. So he was like brutal. He's like, okay, they're coming. I'm going to start as far away from our kingdom and just ransack my own villages. So there's going to be no food for him, no nothing. We're going to burn all my villages to the ground, and we're going to put dead bodies and like black plague bodies in the wells. So as they come through, they're going to be drinking.
You can't drink it.
Well, but they don't know that, so they are drinking it. And then how many Ottoman prisoners we've got in the city? 20,000. Sweet. We're going to go and impale them in the forest on their way through. So they're going to be sick. They're going to be dying of sickness, and they're just going to have to walk past impaled bodies of them. And eventually they're like, all right, we're turning back. We're turning back.
It makes it a lot more real, all this stuff. Like you read about things and it's hard to put yourself there.
Yeah.
It was like I saw the fall of Constantinople the other day. I'm like, you can see it and you can feel it and you can hear it. And you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like sign me up to like movies of this shit. Like little chapters.
Fuck yeah.
Like give me
That's got to be where it's going, right?
Oh,
You'll be able to just go, do me a movie on this and it'll just knock it up.
Or like go to a movie where it's like, give me like 6 15-minute like movies about this situation.
Yeah.
Like, this exact situation. You're like, okay, sweet.
Using all the historical record.
Yeah. It's like,
And then if you want to jazz it up for me and throw a bit of fluff in there, like throw a Jack Dawson type in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, like create a character arc within the
this historic thing, you know?
Yeah. I love it. And it's like history's now like forget trying to fucking solve Göbekli Tepe. Just give me what we actually know.
Give me what we know.
Because there's so many.
But take me back there.
Yeah, take me back.
Because reading it's not the same. Like put me in and give me that POV that they're doing.
Yes.
It's always through someone's eyes.
Yeah. I love it. Shout out history. Like history's getting a bit of a
Oh, dude, it's getting a glow up
with
AI. It's always hard to predict how this stuff's going to go, but AI's glowing history up big time.
Yes.
Dude. Big time.
Big time, because there's so much as well, so much out there that it can do with history. And
there's the other one. It's like this sort of trend I've seen. It's again historical moments, but it's people make it look like it's been shot on a 2007 iPhone, so it's grainy and shit, but it makes it way more real. You're like, ooh.
I love those old grainy kind of footage. It's the same as like we took bought a camcorder on Marketplace over for the wedding. Because it's like these days everyone's got a phone or a photo and you're like posing for it. But when you just, whether it's your family's or someone else's, where it's just like, it's almost like a fly on the wall when you do the old like VCR. And it's at the moment, you capture real moments.
People's guards down with a camcorder.
Yeah.
Because it just implied I'm a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Just you don't have to speak to me.
You don't have to do anything like
it's just background.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get your camera out, it's like do something.
Yeah, something.
Fuck yeah.
Oh wait. Okay. But grainy footage. Shout out to it.
Shout out to grainy footage and shout out to AI for just getting this history buff over here frothing at the mouth.
Yeah. Especially getting, like, I'm across my ancient stuff, but I'm getting across all that fucking, like, Ottoman shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is way more interesting than England in the 1500s. Like, at school we had to learn about England, obviously, because it's, whatever. But you're like, dude, this is fucking crazy.
Tight ties and that. It's great stuff. Now, you're not really a cricket man, are you?
No, like, I tune in for summer. Yeah. I love it. Like,
well, obviously the Ashes coming up.
Yeah.
Are you aware that Pat Cummins has been ruled out?
I'm aware that there was. Is it confirmed?
Confirmed. It's now confirmed. I mean, reading between the lines, it seemed like this was always on the cards. Like, he's got a back stressy. You got a stressy, Sebbo. He's got a stress in his back. You and I probably had a couple of stressies without even knowing it.
Oh, I've definitely got him. I've make sure I've shown him. Yep.
Yeah. So he's got a stressy, and if you know anything about stressies, punters and dribblers, stressies just don't fuck off. The first test is in 4 weeks, or maybe less.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. I think 4 weeks on Friday, Or 3 weeks on Friday.
3 weeks on Friday.
3 weeks on Friday. Woo! And he hasn't even started bowling yet. You know, he's only just like jogging. So, you know.
So is it? Do they know if it's just the first test? Or?
I reckon he might miss a couple of.
Yeah.
He could miss all of them.
Yeah, he's expected to return to bowling shortly. So he's just flogging
But
himself
then
in the gym. And
but it's unknown, mate.
on the
Those the
running track.
backs, dude. They behave in mysterious ways.
Oh, yeah,
so he's
they
got to
fuck.
come back to bowling shortly. Well, how long shortly? And then does he? How does that go? Does that go well? Does that go poorly?
Yeah, it's not as simple as okay.
He might start bowling and it might be fucked again.
Broken wrist. It's a bit more complex and
It's complex.
Yeah.
They got a back's got a life of their own.
And so who comes in?
So Smudge will be captain.
Yeah, and then
Boland comes in.
Yeah.
Scotty Boland. So, you know, it's not a bad
It's not
replacement.
like, yeah.
No, it's not a bad replacement. But obviously Pat Cummins is one of the best in the world.
Yes.
So he's a loss. But
So it's 4 weeks it kicks off.
3 weeks on Friday.
Fucking hell. There we go.
That's touch yourself stuff, mate.
And so what's the teams look like in terms of absolute favourites? Is Aussie like...
Well, can we get
I know cricket's a different beast.
Australia should win. These are the numbers, Sebbo. These are the actual numbers. No one in the English squad has won a test in Australia. Not even
really?
a test. Only 3 of the English players in the squad have won an Ashes series back in 2015.
You're
Joe
right.
Root, Ben Stokes, and Mark Wood. So, you know, they struggle down here. They always have, but they're foaming at the mouth. They're touching themselves over their side. A lot of English people think they've got a ripping side.
Well, they got some new young guns, or they still got the same
Well,
old...
Joe Root's in incredible form. Ben Stokes is an incredible player. Harry Brooks good. They just think that they've got a really settled side, and that means that they're going to go well. Whereas Australia's a little bit unsettled. Like who's opening, who's batting 3? Oh, we're going to pick 2 all-rounders. So they're absolutely touching themselves, which will make the disappointment more pure, Seb.
Yes.
I like that they're coming in confident because when we rob them of their spirit, it'll be more enjoyable.
Does Joe Root always suck down here? Because I always feel everyone says he's great.
He's never scored 100. He averages 30-something. He's got 950s. So he's not horrific, but he hasn't gone on with it.
Yeah.
He averages, low 30s in Australia. So not great. Not by his standards. I think his average is like 55 or 50, maybe not quite 55. 50-something. He's in the 50s. So he underperforms in Australia, man.
Do they have a exciting up-and-comer kind of...
Harry Brooks good.
Okay.
Harry Brooks very good.
Yeah, fun. No, I don't...
And they play this Bazball stuff, you know what I mean? McCullum and a Kiwi's gone in there and shown him shown him a thing or two.
But that backfired last time, didn't it, kind of?
Well, they think that it's the best thing since sliced bread, but it hasn't really equaled heaps of wins.
Right.
Not series wins.
Maybe it's like it's coming kind of vibe. Like
that's what they keep saying.
We're ironing it out.
Yeah.
We're ironing it out. And
But
then once it
they
clicks-
didn't beat India recently. They couldn't beat us a couple of years ago. Like, they should have beaten us, but they didn't.
Yeah. And so where are they ranked now in tests? Like, where were we at in tests? Like, where is India...
Well, I don't know if they do the rankings the same way as they used to do. I think it's on a rolling 2-year thing, and they have the accumulates in the World Test Championship, which we lost to South Africa. We should have beaten them, but we didn't. So
yeah, okay.
But do they actually have a World Test rankings?
Yeah, we're number 1.
We're number 1. Okay.
Yeah, right. So we're back
second,
to
South Africa 3rd.
Where's India?
4th.
Jesus.
This was updated 4 days ago.
So we're the best, obviously.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't bloody wait because, again, I don't tune into it at all until it's right in front of me in summer. And it's like, especially now being a dad where you can't even get out in the day as much. You're like, perfect. Like, I loved it last
Perfect.
And you're like, this is great.
Perfect.
Runs all day. You get to follow. And then, like, I don't listen to any cricket podcasts, but the Grey Cricketer, when it's on, I'll tune in with the end of day raps or whatever they are. And
Mate, well, the boys are back. They started, I think, a couple of weeks ago. They're potty. It's good.
Yeah. Because they're good for me. Who just tunes in when it's like, you know, on the Australian shores in the summer. And it's like they speak about it in enough of a way. Maybe I know just enough to know exactly what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, they speak to the dribble.
Yeah.
So they speak to you, which is probably why, you know.
It is very, because I was watching a little bit of the one dayer on Sunday, was it? Yesterday. And cricket just allows you, because there's so much talking between overs, that like they kind of can fill you in very easily on the tactics and what that person's doing. Like it's not a quick call like rugby league where it's like you're not explaining the sport, you're just calling it. So it's like for a kind of, casual fan, you're just like, sweet, I'm up to date.
There's time to explain shit.
I'm up to date. I'm all in. I know what's going on. And then come the end of summer, I'm like, okay, I'll see you next summer.
Yeah. And then you fuck off again.
Yeah.
You're that sort of supporter.
Yeah, I'm that sort of guy.
Well, it's going to be a huge summer, mate, because, it doesn't get any bigger than England coming out of here. Know that. Punters and Dribblers, the Rosé back on sale now. HelloSport.shop. There you will find 6-packs and magnums and party packs if you like to live life to the fullest. This is an incredible drop of rosé. Yeah, it's our last, but it's also our best. Saved our best till last sort of stuff. Decorated impeccably in an homage to Johnny Bairstow getting stumped at Lords. It's as good as it gets, punters and dribblers. If you hate the English like we do and you are begging for the Ashes, this is the rosé for you. It's a pro-Australia, pro-Ashes, anti-English rosé. Get around it and get around it while the getting's good because it's not long for this world. Better move and better move quick. Oscar Piastri has lost his lead in the Formula One to Englishman Lando Norris. Again, it feels like we're taking the English on a lot of shit at the moment. There's a lot going on.
And McLaren is English.
McLaren is English. And so they want him to win.
They want him to win, yeah.
They're foaming at the mouth for him to win. There's been a couple of decisions that I'm not going to really go into this year whereby it appears heavily like they're showing favoritism to Lando, even though Oscar was well out in front. Now that they've won the Constructors' Championship, which is the best, like the teams versus each other, the tinfoil hatters reckon that Lando's car's now been really spiced up. Like he's been given...
Or Oscar's is spiced down.
Spiced down. Or he's spiced up.
But then Max Verstappen's not that far behind because before those two were well out.
Well out in front,
And now this whole civil war's happening.
There's a civil... Mate, there's a civil war. Don't worry about that.
But it's like his car has to been... Like maybe it's like a JFK assassination thing where like no one actually said it in terms of like all the conspiracy at least is it's like everyone kind of knew they wanted it done for different reasons and like things just got put in motion somehow. Like I'm not sure Zach Brown or say head McLaren.
Brown,
It's gone sabotage his car, but it just has been sabotaged where there's enough meetings of like you get the projections of when an Englishman is going to win the championship versus an Aussie, all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it all starts feeding down.
It all feeds down. It might be subconscious. It might be planned. It might not be. But he's been fucked over all season, Oscar Piastri. And Lando Norris of Englishman fame, driving for English brand McLaren, has been given a leg up. That's what's happening here. This is anti-Australian, pro-Brit bullshit. And I feel like our boy's getting fucked. And I think I think this is the 6th or 7th race in a row he's lost points to Lando. So the momentum has gone.
They've taken it, yeah.
It's gone.
And so...
How much quicker was Lando in qualifying? By like 0.6 seconds, which is a shitload.
A lot for, considering he was always quicker earlier on, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is there like obviously Red Bull's the second best? But they're not going to move on Max, are they? But could
As in where could Oscar go?
Could Oscar be like, hey, I'm done. Someone's like, you know what? We're just going to...
Well, what's annoying is McLaren's got a great car. You don't want to really... You need a good car, otherwise you can't win.
Yeah, but the cars change a bit, don't they? Like McLaren was shit about 4 or something.
They do change.
They do
change.
But that sucks for Oscar. And again, I don't know. I watched a couple of seasons of Drive to Survive. I do check the standings, though. Like, I am interested enough to check the standings because you always see it on your feed and stuff about what's going on.
Well, there's a chance an Australian wins, right? And so we've all been frothing. We haven't been here since Mark Webber. Or Ricardo, did he come close? Not really. I don't think he ever came that close.
No, he only won a few races.
Whereas Mark Webber basically had it nicked from him by that German.
Oh,
or was
Schumacher.
it Verstappen?
What?
Mark Webber, who lost to, or was it Vettel? I think it was Sebastian
Vettel. Yeah, that's.
I think Ricardo came third twice, but that was the highest he got.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. And I don't know. I don't follow it, but I do like the F1 where I follow very loosely, checking standings, reading a few articles here and there, because it is interesting about like the politics, like the two drivers.
Oh, it's
and you're like, okay, this is like quite interesting, where it's not just like a car versus a car with one driver. Like you've got this internal conflict.
There's an internal conflict, and then they're playing favourites with a child, which is
whoever invented it's like, this is deep storytelling. It's not just this car versus like, no, it's within the teams. And
but most teams have a clear number one driver, and then there's a beater who just you just fill in here. Whereas they've got two number ones essentially.
Yeah. Yes. And was Oscar meant to be this good, or he just kind of did they know he was this good when they got him? I don't know. Yeah.
As in, has he surprised him, and now they've had to jimmy up some. You know.
Like it wasn't okay. Let's pick two good guys, pay at the bank, and whoever's leading, get them to win. It's like it seems clearly they're like, no, we want this guy to win.
Yeah, we've always wanted this guy to win. This guy's English.
Yeah, he's English. Like,
you're an Aussie.
Yeah, they're talking about fucking casting James Bond as an American.
You're convict stock.
Yeah.
No, they're not, are they?
No, I'm talking about like you see names pop up where you're like, why?
They're not going to cast a Yank.
No, they never will.
That would be horrific.
No, but like they've thrown up names occasionally, haven't they?
Yeah, but that's the media.
Yes, an Englishman needs to win McLaren, and especially because they suck at fucking everything else when they should be good.
Well, they've just got pumped on the weekend. I'm sure you saw that. 26-6.
Yes. Yeah, we saw that.
Right? And we also saw that the Chopperoos won. We beat Sweden in the final of the fucking Timber Sports bloody thing. We won 6 in a row. We've won the most world championships ever for like cutting wood.
Yeah,
so
right there, yeah.
Obviously, the English see that as well.
They haven't won a World Cup since, the 60s?
1960, I think.
1960.
Something like that. Like 62, 64, whatever. 68.
Soccer league in your home shores and you can't.
Well, they invented the sport. They suck at that, right? And they just see Australian excellence and they see Australian dominance and they get uppity about it. And I think that's what's doing our boy Oscar in.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost bigger than McLaren. It's like an English consciousness.
It's English consciousness, 100%. It's English insecurity is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's England thinking they're big brother, but they know they're not. And it fucks with them.
And this is just a small, tiny battle if they can get this one.
They can get this one if we can jimmy something up, if we can slow his car down, if we can give it to our boy Lando, we're going to feel like we're important and we're special.
You don't even need to say anything. You just have all these meetings and you're insinuating it at the C level. Then that goes down to the manager level.
C-suite.
And then the manager level's like, well, maybe I can get to the C-suite if I know that I can speak to this person and say, like, Zach's basically saying you should do this. I don't think we should, but Zach's basically saying. So they mentioned that to him, and he's like, okay, maybe the mechanic, like, look, if like we just kind of don't put this in as much or something, like it's not a big deal. Like
car stuff.
Car stuff. Zach says orders from the top or something. I don't know. He eventually comes down to some guy where if it ever gets found out, there's no paper trail, email trail. He just gets done.
Yeah.
Well, Potsy or Pam, what's it called? You've set him up somehow to take the fall.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, fuck.
A patsy.
Yeah. And so that's probably what's happened, I'd say. Just the English consciousness has created this patsy down there at the pit stop. And everyone can deny it, but that's what's happening.
That's what's happening. And if you deny it, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
So thoughts and prayers for Oscar. It's not over yet. 4 races to go, but he's up against it. He's up against the insecurity of the English, which is palpable.
And Verstappen's only 35 points behind.
He could win the whole thing.
36 off the lead.
He'd have to. He's been chalking up some wins.
There could be a crash or two where no McLaren gets any points and Red Bull comes through.
That'd be a disaster. We'll say, punters and dribblers, I think that's us.
Perfect.
We've done well.
Real well.
Haven't we?
Been fun. I think we've covered off everything. So
it's all covered, Tubler.
Yeah, the UFC head kick. You want to watch that?
Oh, yeah, let's watch that. We'll finish with an Australian head kick. He's Aussie, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Obviously, Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn was a no contest draw because of an eye poke. Cyril Gahn eye poked the fuck out of Tom Aspinall. Unintentional. So I don't know what happens from there, but this head kick. Let's just have a quick gander on the way out. This is just Australian exceptionalism here. Bang. Oh. Good night, son. Oh. Good night. God damn, dude. That's brutal. That is brutal stuff. Bang!
Oh, my God.
That was on 13 days' notice.
Jesus, that's brutal stuff.
Just a kick, dude. It's just the ultimate, like,
Mate.
it's better than a haymaker. It's just,
Oh, my God. Just the sound. Fucking hell. Brutal stuff. Brutal stuff.
And what's this, a little Aussie up-and-comer, is he, or something?
Yeah, he took the fight on 13 days' notice.
Yeah, boy. Nice chop on him, too.
For an Aussie to be, like, he's got some, like, Carney DNA or something.
Yeah, there's
like, to be
Carney. There's Carney in there, mate.
Even if it's
You can't
from-
tell me
yeah.
there isn't Carney within that bloke's soul.
Something like that.
Shout out to Carneys.
Shout out to him. I went to the Balmain, what's it, Inner West Italian street food festival yesterday. It's like heaps of stalls, food and stuff, and at the end there was just some rides for the kids, like carny stuff. And I was like, I had the boys on the side. I was like, I want to see some carnies if it's actually not just jumping castles. And there were some carny families. The guy doing the like picker, like rubber duckies up in certain time. It was like the son, big mullet, 14 years old. Dad's over watching. Mum's just there in double denim having a dart. And I'm
Love
like,
it.
oh, you guys just rock up, you know, play some tricks on us, give away a few prizes you got from Alibaba for like 10 cents. And
You come
just-
down here to steal
yeah.
money. Well, it's not stealing, but
Bit of fun, you know, you just kind of
Jimming it
go,
up.
yeah, like they know their thing where it's like, you're going to give me enough money that what I paid for the prize, I'm going to make that, but then you get to give the prize to your kid.
Yeah.
Everyone wins here.
everyone wins. It
Like-
makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like a great dad
Yeah.
to give away this plush toy, which I got off Alibaba for 10 cents.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And you just paid $10 for it.
$10 for it, cost them 10 cents. Everyone wins, except maybe landfill, but that's, you know,
Oh, landfill.
we'll nuke it later, you know,
You know,
just,
send it to space or something.
yeah.
Fuck
just,
it.
Just launch it out there.
Just burn it.
Yeah.
Just burn it. All right, partner dribblers. See you Thursday.
Gotcha.
Could you two just not talk anymore?